Hey, welcome to Talkin Shit. I'm Eddie Ifft, and I am here with the Hour of Power. Jason Hour is with me, as always. Yeah, you don't go away anymore. You don't quit anymore.
Did you used to quit?
They couldn't find a cure.
That's our guest, Ralph Garman, from the Kevin and Bean Show, from Babble-On, from, what do you do, the Hollywood, what's the other, you do a couple podcasts.
No, just Hollywood Babble-On.
Hollywood Babble-On.
Yeah.
And most people know Kevin and Bean Show. Actually, probably this community knows you from Babble-On because the Kevin Smith podcast. And
we have a lot of shared listeners.
Yeah, we do. I noticed that today when I tweeted. And
it's about fucking time.
Yeah, you get them fucking together. They always want us with Death Squad.
Yeah, but have you noticed this about podcast culture? It's all army. Like, he's got an army now.
I got the Garmy.
He's got a Garmy, and then there's the Death Squad.
And we have the shitheads.
And we've got the shithead. Exactly. We're the bad news douchebags.
But the truth is, when I meet these people, like, I'll be at a gig, and they'll come talk to me afterwards. They'll show me their iPhone, and they listen to regularly, like, 6 podcasts.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, I listen to you, I listen to this, I listen to this. And they're like, and when I'm really bored, I listen to Mark Maron.
When I need to sleep.
I listen to Maron. I used to listen to Maron's a lot.
Maron's great.
Yeah, I used to listen to that one a lot because I think being a comedian, it was like the inside the actor's studio for comedians. But now I've heard enough of comedians. I'm like, I want crazy people.
Yeah, that seems to be the way a lot of shows are going. And we don't do that. Smith and I, our show, we do, it's just us talking shit about show business, basically. Yeah, we make fun of people who are better looking, richer, and more talented than we are.
I was amazed listening to your show one day, and Kevin Smith was talking about a meeting he went to pitch a film. And it was like, if I told the story would be a minute long.
Yes.
His was 25 minutes long, every detail was amazing.
He's a yarn spinner, yeah.
And he's not afraid to tell, like, what really fucking went down.
Nope. He has given up, I think, trying to make friends in the community, and he tells the truth, which is refreshing, as you know, in this business.
I like that, and I kind of do that, and people always tell me to stop. I call my tour the Burning Bridges Tour.
Yeah. Well, like, Smith can do that because he had a career.
Yes.
And he's leaving by his choice.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
I don't have one
Neither
yet.
can I. No. Yeah, it doesn't stop me from pissing off people left and right.
I had a fan today write and say, not a fan. This is actually a comedian from Indianapolis who I really like. His Twitter address is @MayorOfFartTown. And he gives movie reviews that are really, you should have this guy on your podcast. His movie reviews are really funny. He'll be like, I had diarrhea. I had to leave for 20 minutes. I came back. It was better after the diarrhea. And I told him he should review for our show. He said to me today, I just get this out of nowhere. And he sends me random texts. He said, I have the perfect guest for your podcast. She is big, black. She's a comic. She used to deal crack, got pregnant at 11. She's been shot twice and hit by a dump truck.
Sounds like you have a new co-host. Dump Truck. She's got a built-in nickname. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dump Truck to the show.
I do want to call her Dump
Truck. She'd be perfect if she didn't used to deal crack. If she currently dealt crack, then she'd be useful.
But 11. You haven't had your period at 11.
I found out this week on our podcast that Kevin Smith got laid for the first time at 12. I was like, what the fuck was wrong with me? If he's getting nailed at 12, I had to wait till I was 16.
I sort of got laid at 12. It wasn't really... Or no, I was 14. She was 12.
Oh, and you're a pervert.
It was like we like put it in and didn't do anything. Like we didn't know.
If you're 14, she's 12. You're like a pedophile.
I know. We didn't know what we were doing. And
you should have. At 14, should have had some idea.
It was like... and she had already done it.
Slut. Little 12-year-old slut.
Was it exactly like the way you did it?
Probably.
She didn't give you any guidance.
It wasn't sex. It was like what you do now. And then...
He's talking to Jason, by the way, not me.
Yeah. And then she... Weirdly, we had a relationship for like years and years and years. It was like crazy. Like
friends with benefits relationship?
Yeah. Wow. For years.
Well, did you maintain the tradition?
Once you damage a girl at 12, I guess you've got her forever.
And now we're getting married.
Yeah, congratulations.
No, I really...
Was she hit by a dump truck?
I really lost my virginity then at 17. I think 17 is the most common answer.
If you had sex with a girl at 12 and you were 14, you lost your virginity at 14.
It wasn't really sex. It was
if
like...
you put it in her, that was sex.
I don't know if it was... It was like...
When you open the bottle, it's open.
No. There was no,
Good one.
There was no thrusting, no, like, in and out motion. It was just like, I think it's in... Now what do we do? I don't think I'd even jerked off yet.
Was it all
At
the
14?
way?
Yeah, I think I learned late at 14, like late.
Were you raised in an Amish community?
Pretty much Catholic.
Well, I was Catholic too.
Yeah.
I was tugging on it at 10.
I learned how to jerk off when somebody did this game where they said,
Let me jerk you up.
yeah. Shut up,
Was it a
son.
priest?
No, this guy said, sit against the wall like and act like there's a rabbit on the ground. They go, mime this thing. Now take the rabbit, put it on your lap. Now stab the rabbit. And so you start stabbing the rabbit, and it looks like you're jerking off, and everybody was like, you're jerking off, you're jerking off. And I was like,
Bing!
oh, that's how you do it. You stab the rabbit.
Note to self, stab rabbit at home in the nude.
Add Vaseline, take away knife.
I learned from a porn that went around. I actually till my sophomore year, and like they were passing around this porn VHS, and I think it was at like 200, and mine was 600.
Jason, you're lying already.
No,
It was beta.
no.
We know how old you are.
But even VHS is fucking old now, Eddie.
My first porn was an 8mm reel on a projector.
1964.
Fucking old I am.
How do you hide that when your dad comes in?
No, we did. We had a friend of ours who had parents who just didn't care for him, so they would just leave him alone in the house at all hours of the day and night.
You grew up in Philly, right?
I did, yeah.
What
You're
part
a
of Philly?
Pittsburgh boy, right?
Yeah.
I grew up in what's known as the northeast section of Philadelphia, which
Like
is
Yardley?
No, that's Bucks County. That's outside the city.
Okay.
That's where the rich people live. But we were in the city limits just towards the burbs. Not, we could never afford to get into the burbs. We were in the nicest part of Philly you could be in before you got to the burbs.
Okay.
So I didn't grow up in the mean streets of Philly or anything.
Oh,
but
okay.
We were actually in the city limits, closer to the city center than the burbs. But it was a great place. I still miss it. I love that town.
How much do you hate this question? What's your favorite cheesesteak?
Hey, where do you go for your favorite cheesesteak? I'm going to be in Philly. Where are you going? My favorite cheesesteak. Now, I've lived in L.A. for 20 years now, so I've been out of the loop for a while. But I still, when I go back, I go to a place called Jim's.
I like Jim's on South Street.
Yeah,
yep, that's my
where I
favorite.
go. That seems to be, that's where I always went when I was a kid, and that seems to be a place a lot of locals still go to. And then the Geno's and Pat's thing, that's just a tourist trap.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah.
And I think I told them when I was there. What are you guys hearing? Like a cat like fucking or something?
I'm
also stabbing the rabbit. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, there's like, do you hear? There's like a cat fucking in the alley or something.
Well, the blinds went up by themselves. We're hearing ghostly noises.
Do you hear that shit?
Yes. I don't hear it when we stop, only when we talk.
Yeah. Who gives a shit?
We're haunted.
We've had much worse going on in this
I think
house.
dump truck is here. She's at the door.
Yeah. When he sent me that, he's in Indianapolis. I'm like, how is this the woman that got pregnant at 11 that's done the deal's crack and been shut gonna get to LA
Tell you what,
in a dump truck?
In a dump truck.
she's got perspective on life. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a unique take, I'm
Yeah.
sure. All right, so anyway.
Thanks for bringing the show to halt, Jason.
You said you told the guys at Pat's or Geno's that their cheesesteaks were shit?
Because I can't stand them, and I hate the hype, and you wait in line, it's just shit, and they put the cheese whiz on. I don't want to get into the whole cheesesteak conversation, but my girlfriend's dad played for the Eagles.
Your fiance's?
Yeah. And when we went back,
I'm going to break you of that habit. I'm going to make you say that for her sake.
When we went back, no, she said it to me.
Hang your head when you say it, too, my friend.
Fiance.
She said to me,
Her dad played for the Eagles?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
She said, I don't want to be called. She goes, I don't like that word fiance. And I go, can I call you my cum receptacle? And she goes, much better.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
She's a delicate young thing.
But
You played for the Birds, huh?
yeah, and so he took me to a place. I forget the fucking name, but there's a pork sandwich. It's better than the cheese.
Taylor Pork Roll?
Some kind of pork roll where
Yeah.
they pour the juice all over it. It's the best fucking. It's better than the cheesesteak.
Listen, there's
It's a famous place though. Something.
Nick's roast beef?
No,
Let's go eat, guys.
I know.
Yeah, really.
I'm hungry
Holy
right
shit.
But Philly's one of those towns. It's like Chicago or New York. I mean, you swing a dead cat, you can hit a great place to have a meal. So it's hard to pick a favorite place.
Probably the most horrible sports fans in any city
How
too.
dare you, sir? That's not the case at all. We're just the most passionate And the reason is because Philadelphia doesn't have a lot going on. So the people in Philadelphia really, really, really care about their sports.
Let me tell you about your people. I used to do sports radio in New York with a guy named Sid Rosenberg.
That's your fault. First of all, right up there, I don't like you.
I was doing it out of I came from Pittsburgh to New York. They put me on sports radio. I know nothing about sports, and they've got me on doing New York. I know a lot about Pittsburgh sports. I know nothing about New York.
Right.
I'm talking about the Steelers and the Pirates and the Penguins, and fans are just calling up going, fucking kill this guy. Get him off the air. And everybody thought like the controversy between me and the other host was funny. And the host was this guy, Sid Rosenberg. I don't know if you know him. He's the guy that got in trouble with Imus when Imus said nappy-headed hose, and he's always getting thrown off the air in towns and then sent to another town, and he smokes crack, and he's in Miami now doing radio. And anyway, Sid was a big Giants fan, massive Giants fan, and his whole family was. But he's one of those jock sniffers, never played a sport in his life, just fucking loves sports. His whole family gets in their mom's minivan to go down to the Eagles game. They have one of those minivans that's painted with the Giants all over it.
Well, you get what you pay for then. If that's the case, if you're driving a painted Giants minivan to the Vet or the Link, whatever stadium they were going to, they deserve what they got.
They go to the Eagles game. He goes, by the end of the game, he goes, they had spit on my dad's bald head. They called my mom a cunt, and they flipped our van over.
There you go. And maybe it's me, but I don't see anything wrong with that.
You know what? In all honesty, I don't either. And because it was Sid, it couldn't have happened to a better family.
Yeah, like New York sports fans are so genteel. Fuck that.
No, and Pittsburgh fans are. I went to an Oakland Raiders game once, and everybody's like, "Whatever you do." One of the Raiders gave me the tickets, and they were like, "Whatever you do, don't cheer for the Steelers.
Right?
Don't. They'll kill you. Like they're gangsters. Like they literally will pull out an Uzi and fucking gun you down." And I'm like, I don't hear that happening that often. And everybody kept saying it to me. They're like, "You're going to the game? Are you crazy?" And they're like, "You're not going to get out alive." And I went. They were the nicest people in the world. I mean, granted, I was sitting with like the wives.
Yeah, that's why they're all rich.
But I was at the tailgate part. Nothing. Steeler fans are way worse. Steeler fans are fucking animals.
Well, Steeler fans, like Eagles fans, are blue-collar guys who work their ass off 5, sometimes 6 days a week, and Sundays are sacred to them, and it matters more than their own family sometimes.
Yeah, I used to say that it was weird. When Ben Roethlisberger got hit by or wrecked his motorcycle, there were people tailgating outside the hospital. I shit you not, with signs that said, "Ben, our season depends on you. Like, get better." Like
for us.
Yeah. Like we only care about you because my life is all about this. And then when he raped the girl, they're like, "Ben,
your raping depends on my season.
My uncle's the DA. We're gonna fix this thing."
Yeah, if that happened in Philadelphia, if our quarterback had been racked up, they probably would have been cheering, given the success of our team.
No, your quarterback just killed dogs.
You know what? Enough with that. Fucking people. Ray Lewis gets canonized. They made him a saint. Dude killed people.
Yeah.
Real live people. Human beings with families. Dogs, I understand it. I like dogs too. I don't want to see dogs die. But the guy did his time.
He murdered people. And when I last read about that, I was like, I distinctly remember people saying, Ray didn't do the killing. His buddies did. And he was there. But if you read the story, you're like, no one knows who did it. He could have fucking done it.
No. The best case scenario, he held the people who got killed.
Yeah. And his suit's missing.
Yeah, what a surprise.
I cheer against them all the time, no matter who they're playing, because of him. I can't stand
him. He's gone
him.
now.
He's Jesus shit.
No, he's found God, so it's okay. As long as you find God, you can do anything you want.
All right, Ralph. So
it's called unconditional love.
That's right.
Jason used to be an evangelist.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did God abandon you, or did you abandon God?
Well, language abandoned religion.
Anyone? Anything?
No.
Every once in a
while, I'll just stop and see where he's going to go with it. And sometimes,
let it breathe.
Sometimes it's genius. Other times it just hits cold dead air like that.
No, like I started.
I don't think this is going anywhere.
Well, let's wait. Let's
see. I have a bad feeling.
My thumb is numb.
Why?
Because I think I hurt my back. But no, like the Greek language, everything's very specific and contextual. Like every word has a specific context and use.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
right?
like all our words.
No, like it's an interpretive language too. So like when you were like, this says like the meek shall inherit the earth. The original Greek word for meek actually was kind of like a bridled oxen in context. So it kind of means something outside of the actual
So
words.
a bridled oxen will inherit the earth?
So when you start really...
I should have been nicer to that bridal oxen I saw outside.
So when you start looking at the language and the way that the Christian faith uses the Bible versus what those words actually mean, and like kind of it's more of like it's an ideology.
You're trying to tell me that a book written 2,000 years ago has lost something in the translation? Is that what you're trying to say? I find that hard to believe, given how nice people are about religion, how they're never trying to skew things in their own direction.
Meanwhile, the number one, my friend keeps arguing. My friend's like seriously religious, and one of my best friends growing up kind of became born again. And all this week he's like, "Have you watched the Bible? Have you watched it? It's the greatest show ever." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah,
you're watching. I'd rather watch The Hobbit. It's more realistic.
You know. Here's something I do remember, man, because like in the Christian church, is like they're really be supportive. You really support those that are part of the faith, because like whatever. So they have a mentality of accepting a B and being really like, yeah, that's our rock and roll song, that's our movie, and all that shit looks like shit. Like, what the fuck are they shooting these things on?
What the Bible?
Christian music, and it's like they're
I don't know. Some Christian rock I'll be listening to, not knowing it's Christian rock, and I'll be like, "This is the best fucking song ever." And then all of a sudden I'll hear like, "Jesus is my brother," and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I
sucked me in.
I feel so dirty.
No.
They used
Really?
the devil's music and they got me.
I used to compare it to one time I was in England at a rooftop party, and I'm looking over the alley, and I see the hottest chick like getting naked through these Venetian blinds, and I'm all by myself, and everybody's like, "Hey, come back to the party!" And
Time
I'm
to
like,
stab the rabbit.
and I'm like, "This is amazing!" And I'm watching this chick, and she's taking her clothes off, and she moves from where the Venetian blinds are to where there are no blinds. It's an old man, like an old man. And I don't know why it looked like
fucked up were you?
I don't know, but it's how I felt when I listened to Christian rock, and I liked it, and then I find out it's Christian rock.
Yeah.
It's the same exact feeling.
Yeah. I have no problem with religion. I'm personally, I'm not a very religious guy. I was raised Catholic. I sort of fell away.
Yeah, I'm the same. Really fell. Like,
yeah, me too.
Like with a wingsuit on.
But I feel it's the beauty of it is it should be private and personal, and just don't fucking rub my face in it, and we'll be fine.
But the problem is, then none of these religions would ever grow.
No, that's true. And they're all one's as bad as the other. I have nothing particularly against Catholics or Christians, but anyone who's ultra religious in any religion, I think, has that same downfall, which is they lose me the minute they start demanding that they're right and I'm wrong.
Oh, it's
you know where I think religion went wrong.
The beginning?
No. The beginning of like religion, I think, was because of using drugs, like mushrooms
I bet
and
you
shit
do.
like that.
I thought the beginning originally was fairy tales saying,
Yeah.
how does that big ball of fire go across the sky every day? It must be a guy in a chariot carrying it.
No, but
they'll be one of our gods.
But when you take,
hey, where do those lightning bolts come from? There must be a guy throwing them from a mountain. That'll be one of our gods.
But all the pre-Judeo, pre-Christian, pre-Islamic religions, they incorporate orgies and drugs, and like these modern religions. The Islamic they took drugs and fucking out of the fucking equation. That's why there's so much fucking war and crazy shit with these guys.
Let's get back to the basics.
Jason, you really should start a religion.
They gotta
Absolutely.
fucking get I just want those guys.
I thought you were starting to speak tongues there for a minute.
He can do it. He was in a religion where they
being touched by the Holy Spirit.
speak tongues for Ralph. Come on, just do it.
See my bow tie, see my bow tie. Should have kind of.
Come on, do it. You're too stoned.
Oh, what? Should have bought a Honda, could have bought a Toyota.
Yeah, just do it for him. Like, act like you're really gonna. Please do it.
Oh Lord Jesus, should have bought a Honda, could have bought a Toyota. Hallelujah, amen. Rah.
Is that how you did it?
No,
that doesn't even sound like it.
I would watch Creflo Dollar Jr. and imitate him.
I like the dead silence afterwards.
I need a Google. Can someone Google?
He told me that when he had the church he was in, they spoke in tongues, and when he had to speak in tongues, he would do this thing where he'd say, "Should have bought a bow tie. Would have
should have bought a Honda. Could have bought a Toyota. See my bow tie, tie my bow tie. See my bow tie, tie my bow tie." So it's like because
they were just
sounds like tongues.
You weren't being touched by the Holy Spirit. You were cheating.
I think the problem with religion is that no one ever joins two. People join one and they're done usually.
It's not a smorgasbord.
No, but if they did,
your main course.
If they did, and they seriously got into each of them, they'd go, "Oh, this is all the same shit. These guys are all using the same techniques. It's all fucking brainwashing with creeds and stuff." And
yeah, you're going back to the old religions: polytheism, drugs, orgies, polytheism.
Do you know what polytheism is?
Believing in many gods.
Okay. I got him. He got me. Usually he doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's that tribal mentality, though. It's us versus them, and we're better than you, and you should be killed so that we can live. And it's such an outdated premise, I think, you know?
Yeah. It is a bit of elitism. It's funny. It's elitism. Have you watched The Master?
The Master? No, I have not got a chance to see that yet.
Great.
Philip Seymour Hoffman?
It's
a thinly veiled Scientology story, right?
That's and I tried to read if it was based on Scientology, and they said that Paul Thomas Anderson, who is friends with Tom Cruise, showed him it before it aired, and or before they released it, and Cruise was mad about 1 point. And I don't. Do you want me to tell you the point? I don't want to.
Feel free.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler. There's a point where the son of the master of Philip Seymour Hoffman goes. He's like, he just looks at how do you say his name? Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah.
He looks at Joaquin and he goes, "You know, he's just making this shit up as he goes along." He goes, "He doesn't know what he's talking about." And Joaquin gets mad at him because he's kind of following this guy. He's just like a lost soul that believes in him. He's like, "You are Joaquin Phoenix you need to see The Master." Yeah, you're fucking Joaquin Phoenix. That's exactly who you are.
I played at the Viper Room 2 weeks ago.
You are like Joaquin Phoenix. You're more like River Phoenix.
I wish you were like River Phoenix. Oh, God, do I wish. No, you need to see The Master now. You're fucking Joaquin Phoenix in the movie. But when he says that, and apparently that was the part that Tom Cruise got mad at. Because everything else, he was like, well, you know, they're doing their thing, and they're trying to get this thing going.
Because there was a slight against Elron, saying that Elron was making shit up as he went along.
Which I picked up, as a young kid, I picked up Dianetics out of like...
I did too. I thought it was like some sort of learning...
it was everywhere.
Self-help book or something.
And I started reading it, and I couldn't read it. I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
No.
Like, it just goes nowhere. It's like a schizophrenic wrote it.
Yeah. It sounds like something that would be passed under the door of some mental ward on toilet paper. Some guy would just keep writing and shoving the notes under the door, and they would just pick it up and publish it.
It's exactly
madness.
Jason wanted to write a manifesto. Would be very similar to his manifesto.
I can imagine.
Didn't you asked Bob to write your manifesto for you, didn't you?
I don't remember doing it, but yeah. Why not?
Why do
you want to write someone else to write your manifesto? You want a ghostwriter for your manifesto?
Yeah.
You're the laziest revolutionary ever. It's like the Unabomber sending out for help. Oh, fuck. I got so many passionate beliefs, but I just don't have the energy to write them down.
Unabomber seeking intern.
Do you remember him from April Foolishness when I had them dressed up in the tuxedos?
Oh, yes, the painted on tuxedos.
Yeah, that was him.
Jason was one of those.
And Farside, who's late. Farside's late. Colin's not coming. Colin calls
Quite
me.
an operation you're running here, Eddie.
Fuck. They're dropping like flies.
Show's still going.
Top drawer operation.
Colin goes to me today. He calls and he goes, "Hey, I can't make it tonight." And I go, "Why not? You got to fucking be here. I got shit to do, blah, blah, blah." He helps me film stuff. He goes, my uncle killed himself. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And he goes,
no, you're the dick.
And then he goes, yeah, it's no big deal.
Oh, my God.
And I go,
why are you missing work for it?
He goes, well, I mean, like, it was my dad, or my mom's brother, but he wasn't close, and, tough life, and, well, whatever, So I'm staying for my mom, but he's dead. And I was like, all right. So Colin's not here. Shane was at a golf tournament today. Our intern Shane is a scratch golfer on a scholarship at college for golfing. Colin and I have found out through talking to Shane that he owns every toy that has ever existed.
Oh yeah, like dirt bikes.
He has like dirt bikes, dune buggies, boats, wave.
I got you, big boy toys.
Every toy. And so we were surfing with him the other day, and Colin would just look at him every couple minutes and go, "Pogo stick." He's got
Trying to stump him.
He's fucking got everything.
Segway?
We would say, I swear they've got it. Like, we would say something.
He's like the coolest hoarder ever.
Well, we got to get out this fucking house in Simi Valley. It sounds like it's Disneyland. It's fucking better than Disneyland.
They don't touch kids out there.
No.
They touch porn stars.
Speaking of touching kids, Justin Bieber sneaked a monkey into Germany.
Well, he tried, but those Germans, God love them, they clamp down on Jews and monkeys. You know how they are. And they stopped him at the border and said, "Nein, you will not bring your monkey into this country. We will keep it in quarantine, and then we will send it to the showers."
Why would he? He is becoming Michael Jackson.
He wishes. At least Michael Jackson had the balls to have a chimp, which could rip your fucking face off and then fuck the corpse.
Yeah.
But he had a capuchin monkey, one of those little friends monkeys, one of those little,
Those can
monkeys.
still fuck you up.
They can't do shit.
No, they can't.
No, I have a friend who was in India doing a documentary. He watched one pull a guy's face off, like his whole fucking cheek just off his head. One of those little fucking spider monkey
Your
things.
friend lied.
You sure about that, Jason?
No, I'm totally sure.
I've told the story on here. Was it on this or the Wadcast about the Tony Woods and the monkey? The monkey that bit me. Yeah.
You told us.
I got bit by a monkey and on my arm.
Did you get radioactive monkey powers? Are
No,
you a
but they're
superhero
fucking.
now?
But look it up. Like monkeys all have herpes.
He flings poo. Is that one?
I
That's one of
swear
the
to God,
monkey powers,
our
yeah.
fans will look this up. There's a zoo in Tasmania, and we go to the zoo, and the sign says like, "Be careful, like don't climb over the fence or something." These monkeys all have herpes.
Well, that's how AIDS got started, right?
I think somebody fucked a monkey in
Yeah.
Africa. With patient zero.
Monkeys are filthy fucking animals.
They are filthy.
That's why I absolutely believe that we're closely related to them, because human beings are just one step beyond monkeys.
Because I've lived with Jim Jeffries.
There you go. You know, koalas have chlamydia.
Do they really?
Most koalas have chlamydia.
Ugh.
Yeah. So do not fuck a
Chlamydia.
koala, people. If you take nothing else away from the show today, please know that you should not fuck koalas.
Well, it's good because I'm going to Australia for the next 3 weeks. So
Keep
I have
your
an
Do you
Just
think all
dig out of the
STDs
koalas.
come from bestiality?
I don't know.
I think
That's
they come
fucking-
from some kind of. It's usually
Because
like
sheep give something too, don't they?
I don't know, Jason.
Sheep give something. They give us wool.
They give
If you
you
get the clap and wool, I think it's a small price to pay.
Clap and wool.
they give you a good fuck.
No, because most STDs are like any other virus. They're just transmitted through sex. I mean, it's like saying the flu came from animals. You know, it's just a disease. But certain animals are whores.
Well,
And
it's
they've
like-
got all kinds of STDs.
It's like that HPV thing, though. They say I've read statistics where they say 2/3 of all women have it. Lachlan Patterson, how are you?
What's up, dude?
Come on in.
Are you wearing a picture of yourself?
That's awesome.
I did that in
promotion,
high
man.
school.
Sit down. Sit down. Close the door and sit down. See, we run do you see how
It is.
professional
It's a
this
very
is?
tight ship. I
Call
can see
time.
why you're very
No, his
popular.
call time was 8:39.
It was?
I think so.
So, yeah, but apparently his buddies hired a hooker and had her dress up as a nun and go in and do that to him. And knowing that he was a dirtbag and he would have taken the blowjob from the nun. And then, but I heard, then the other guy, I was in one of those, where every guy's trying to top every guy. Kind of like this show, where every guy tries to top
First
every
of all,
guy.
did the guy realize at all that nuns don't give last rites and only priests do
That's
that?
what I thought. That's what I thought.
Flash across his syphilitic mind at any point that maybe that wasn't an up and up operation?
That's what I thought. But then...
No, they should have got a male hooker to go in as a priest and then have him say, "Yeah, okay, you can blow me since I'm dying." Now that would be a story to tell your friends.
And that we could do to Jason would work. You would take it.
If you're going to die, are you really going to say no to any mouth at that point?
I don't know.
Are you going to get all fucking homophobic about you're going to die, you're going to get your last blowjob? Does it matter who's blowing you?
I'd be like, can I jerk off and throw it at you?
Oh, see? You're a homophobe.
It's a priest.
I'm saying bring it.
That's my thing.
Down me.
You know,
Wait,
I know for a fact that I've already turned down probably the best blowjob I would have ever gotten from a dude. So, like, I know you can't get me to do that.
See why I have him on the show, Ralph?
From a dude is the best blowjob.
Lachlan Patterson, everybody. Okay, wait. So it gets better. So then, in that, I can top your story. You can top mine. It turns out this story is true because I know the other guy that happened. It was a catfishing story. Basically, this dude met a girl on the internet and was talking to her and blah blah blah, and they were getting it on some, like, this is like early in the internet days. And then she said, it was his friends doing it to him though. And then they said
Mantalteo kind of thing?
Yeah, and then they said send me a dick picture.
Oh, no.
And so he sent a dick picture. Then they said, the guy's still talking to him, and the girl, the so-called girl, said, meet me. So goes to New York, hotel room, goes to meet the girl, and he shows up at the hotel room, and all his buddies are there with T-shirts on with his dick picture.
Now that's spectacular.
That's a nice, clean one.
Yeah,
it's pretty magical.
But it's awesome. I would, if I walked in and all my friends had a picture of my dick on their shirts,
That's a good April Fool's.
Yeah.
I would never stop high-fiving them if that was
I know.
That's colossal.
When girls used to say to me, send me a dick picture, I would just Google dick online, like take a picture of.
You wouldn't
So
even send
easy.
your dick?
No, I never send my own dick.
Google image it. You pick something that looks reasonably similar, just in case they're real, and then you just send it off.
You're ashamed of your dick.
No, I just don't want it. I don't want it to be out there in internet land.
And how are you going to get caught? She's not going to have like an 8x10 of a picture and then drop your pants. She's going to be comparing it.
Penile recognition software out
there's
there.
a mole someplace. We're missing a mole.
Yeah, talk to somebody who played for the Green Bay Packers. He'll tell you differently.
Yeah,
That's right. Well, if you have a distinctive, hook or something, if you've got some sort of issue.
We did have a guy on our in our football team when I was in high school that we called Wicked Curve because he came in the shower one day and somebody goes, "Oh my God, that's a wicked curve! You could fuck around corners with it." Like his dick made like a left turn.
Yeah,
at the
I feel
bottom.
bad for guys who have.
I read about that.
He was hard in the showers. What?
No.
Soft. It was like that even.
No.
It was soft. Mine's
He would have to
inside.
have been semi at least to see the curve,
Yeah,
wouldn't he?
yeah. You gotta. There's gotta be blood
What?
to see the function, man. No.
Let me ask this, Eddie. What position did he play?
Linebacker.
He was a linebacker?
Yeah.
That's questionable. Might have been a semi-erect. They can't curve till blood gets in them.
Yeah.
Really? Some
Yeah.
curve? I don't know these curvy cocks.
What do you like?
Told us a guy had a wicked
Just
curve
his
in his
would look
cock.
like it was like a fucking something went wrong. Like he had an injury.
Something did go wrong.
Oh.
You know that, right? Like a blood vessel burst and blood leaked into the outer sort of layer.
You're talking like from experience.
I read this on TV.
on TV.
I read it on TV.
I read
I'm
it.
deaf. I would
read
read
it.
subtitles.
I read it with my ears. No, this is a thing. I used to have the Playboy channel, and my landlord gave me the Playboy channel. He was so creepy. He would, when I moved in, he came downstairs because I was in a
No other television. The only thing available in that apartment is the Playboy channel.
And he came downstairs. He's like, "You like a TV?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, yeah. He's like, "Yeah, did you see you have Playboy channel?"
Borat was your landlord?
He was Greek. I don't know Greek. Everything is.
You like Playboy channel?
I met a Macedonian recently, and they sound similar to the Russian accent.
I
the way they
can't.
talk.
I'm sure I'm butchering it.
I like. It's nice.
You watch a Playboy.
You watch Playboy?
I
It's
watch
nice.
you.
I like.
I got a telescope.
Make sexy time.
I had a guy one time. I'm in Sydney, Australia, and I stayed the city where all the parties go on, like all the nightclubs and bars, are this place called King's Cross, and it's really hard to get a taxi to leave there at night because there's just a lineup. So the taxis are at like a discount, or at a premium or whatever. They will say to you, "I'll take you for more than and they start bidding up because there's such a long line. They're like, "How much you give me?" And so some guy said to me, I just had to go to like Darling Harbor. I was going down to Bondi, which is probably like Hollywood to Venice.
Right.
And the guy goes, how about $60? And I'm like, fucking $60? And he's like, I got TVs in the back of my car. And I'm like, and I was with a girl, and he's like, and I got porn DVDs. And I was like,
Wow,
that's not a. So I'm like, all right, I just wanted to get home.
Yeah, right.
So we get in the limo. It was like a Lincoln Town Car kind of thing, whatever they have there, a Holden or whatever it is. And we're driving, and he's taking a way that I've never gone back. And I'm like, this seems like a weird fucking way. And he pulls over on the side of the road, and he's had the porn in the whole time.
Sure.
And he pulls over. He goes, "No, you guys go ahead. You go ahead, do whatever you want to do."
Are you serious?
And I'm like, "Fucking drive, you freak!"
You should be paying us $60. We're gonna watch us fuck.
And he's like, well, for a second I thought, oh, I'm gonna get raped, not her.
Right.
But I was like, this guy's gonna rape me.
It could be horrible.
This is gonna end ugly. Yeah.
And he's got a curved dick.
I mean,
that's the problem. The driver's got one of those right-handers.
That's gonna
For
scrape.
sure, he damaged his penis.
That's gonna scrape the sides.
I read that on TV once.
I know a dude that broke his dick.
That happens all the time. Yeah.
You can break. That's what it is.
It's called a gubernaculum, suspensory ligament of the penis. Yeah.
Ralph, see why he's here?
Fucking hell. He's like a savant. Jesus, you got Rain Man sitting on the show tonight.
It's worse than Rain Man.
Yeah.
I drove.
Yeah, definitely break a penis. Yeah. Broken
Gubernaculum.
What's it called? Gubernacular?
Yeah.
Gubernaculum or gubernaculum.
Or you can have both those?
It's
just either way you want to pronounce it.
Gubernaculum is gubernaculum. It's a suspensory ligament. It's like if you snap it, your penis will just, when it gets hard, it'll just point at the floor.
Oh, shit.
Well, that's different than breaking your penis.
Well,
because
you're
that
breaking...
ligament they cut sometimes for penis lengthening. If you're really short, they will cut that ligament so that it
How do you know this, Ralph?
further out of your body. I used to do a show on Playboy TV.
Did you really?
I did. Yeah.
What was it called?
I was a host of a show called Sexcetera.
I've heard of that.
Which was like a magazine format show where we would cover sex stories every week. And that's how they lengthen the penis. They'll cut that ligament so that the actual penis extends further out of the body.
Suspensory ligament.
Yes.
Really?
But the penis breaking is when you're erect, you can actually snap the encapsulated blood pockets that make a penis erect. You can break them open, and it shatters.
I just almost gagged on his penis story.
and
this
I almost
is
gagged
true.
on a penis.
it's as if you're breaking the tissue inside it because it's so hard and turgid that it breaks.
Turgid.
I like that.
The blood
This
inside.
guy really does read.
Yes.
We just make stuff.
And it could actually be broken.
We just do hearsay. He reads.
Yeah.
Half my knowledge is implanted with fucking Skills for Living commercials.
I love Skills for Living.
I don't know what that just meant.
Don't you hate that when you're watching TV and a Skills for Living commercial comes on?
Yeah,
you
like
have to
truck
fast forward through
driving
it?
school and shit like that. And
Skills for Living. Ow, dude. Just because I didn't get it, you had to punch me? All right.
There you go. Broken penis.
Are you hosting that show still right now?
Sexcetera? No, this was
No,
many years ago.
the one you're doing now, the reality show.
Joe Schmo show?
Yeah.
No, that's off the air now. Thanks for doing your research, Eddie. I appreciate it.
I thought
Our intern wasn't
Nice
here to
going,
bring
Eddie.
the
Fuck's
bio.
sake.
Sorry.
that
No,
show actually.
You can keep the dog.
We had the finale a couple weeks ago.
Okay, and who won? Oh.
Yeah.
No, I mean
Joe
the guy.
Schmo did.
The guy finds
the guy
out
who won.
Who was the guy this year? I watched the whole first one you did.
I heard you guys were talking about it or something. Maybe it was Jim.
not long
Maybe
ago.
Jeffries was talking
No,
about
I
it.
talked about it because the first time it was on, I thought it was the greatest television show. Well, the second best reality show to There's Something About Miriam.
Oh, sure.
The
Yeah.
one where they find out that the
It's
girls
your
are
girl,
training.
yeah.
But when I saw Joe Schmo, it was one of those things where I didn't hear anything about it. I just turned it on. I'm like, oh, and I knew a couple of the guys that were playing, like Lance Krull, I think was one of them.
Yeah.
So I
Dave-
knew
Dave
these
Hornsby
guys.
was in one of
Yeah,
those
I
guys?
knew them, and I'm like, oh, this is fake. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. This is the greatest idea ever. And then I hadn't met you yet, and you were hosting the show. So then when I will probably watch all of it, in one sitting.
It's real good. It really
how
turned out well.
many episodes?
10 episodes.
Yeah, I'll probably
Yeah.
watch it in like 2 days.
Yeah, it's we did a second one. It didn't go as well as the first, but this one really, I think we're back to form and really kind of knocked it out. And the guy Chase, who's the schmo this time around, just a
So this is
sweet
the
kid
third
out of
one?
Pittsburgh.
This is
yeah,
the third
third
one.
time we've done it. Yeah,
Okay, well, the first time he was out of Pittsburgh.
yeah.
And then the third time he's out of Pittsburgh?
And one of the guys in the second one was out of Pittsburgh. We did two in the number two.
We're
We
just
did
a bunch
guy
of
and a
fucking
girl.
schmoes.
That's where we go. We go to find our schmoes in Pittsburgh. God bless you. You'll believe fucking anything in Pittsburgh.
You know why that is? Because out of 365 days of the year, the front page of the newspaper, 300 days a year is the Steelers.
There you go.
So they don't know
much of
they
anything
don't
else.
know what's going on around them.
Yeah.
And then you throw them into that kind of situation. They're like, "What? What? I didn't really." Was it you that had to talk the one dude into getting, or Joe Schmo into getting the two girls to make out?
Yes. Yeah.
That was amazing.
That was a great moment.
That was amazing because he was such a nice guy, but yet you could see the little perv in him, kind of like, "Oh, this."
Well,
is
they
not
have
such
to
a
for
bad
ratings. I guess we're gonna have to.
idea." And look, these two are like, "What are they talking about?"
have no idea.
I might have seen the show if it had come on. The first season came on a bit of a while ago.
It did.
It
yeah.
did.
Okay,
The
then
first
I
time
saw
we
it.
did it was 10 years ago,
Yeah, okay, that's the one I saw.
and then we just did the third season.
And I did see
this
comedians
past-
in
this
it.
past
Yes.
week.
And I knew it was fake, and I thought it was really interesting.
It's fucking
It's
awesome.
an interesting experiment. Just socially.
I'm more of a reader, though, so it
Sure,
didn't
we
really...
know. Yeah, yeah. If we had printed the show on television,
It's
you could have read it.
basically a giant practical joke.
Right.
Yeah, it's more. I'd like to equate it to like a play for one person. It's like for an audience of one, because they script this out. All the story beats and everything are planned.
That's how you sleep.
Everybody. That's how I sleep. No, I sleep at night because we give the guy $100,000 at the end of it. So
Yeah.
I know he's taking.
Yeah,
care of.
you gave $100,000. The show where they did a fake movie. Did you ever see that reality
Windy
show?
City Heat?
No. I love
Okay,
Windy
sorry.
City Heat.
The one with Shatner.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
Invasion,
was,
Iowa.
That was brutal.
Yeah,
What's
that
it
was
called?
brutal.
That hurt
Invasion, Iowa.
Oh, I got to watch this? Yeah.
Yeah,
It hurts.
created by the same guys who did Schmo.
Really?
Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick. The next one they did after Schmo was they took William Shatner
was
to
painful.
Riverside, Iowa, which is the fictional birthplace of Captain Kirk, and they told them they were going to film a science fiction movie in town, and the people want to be in it. They audition people, and they think they're going to be extras in the film, and they think they have roles in the film, and they shoot a fake movie.
The whole town.
The whole town buys into it. And at the end, they tell them there's no movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so sad though when he's telling the town, because you can tell that I think the producers and everybody realized it didn't
Does Shatner know?
turn out.
Oh
as,
yeah, he's in on the gag.
it,
Oh,
did, it didn't
fantastic,
turn
yeah.
out funny because what happened through the process is they grew to like these people so much, and and so it became this like, what have we done?
They have their own personal arc.
Yeah.
It
right.
puts the lotion in the box,
And they're
in
like,
the basket.
and they're like all these people that think they're going to be stars of movies. They're like, Billy, you're not going to be the star of a movie, but you know what we've done? We've paid for 1 year of college for you.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, they
like-
had to make they make reparations to the town.
That's right. You get 40 acres and a mule.
yeah. They're like, Mary, you know what? You're not going to get a credit as a movie producer, but we're going to find that kidney for you. We're gonna get that kidney you need. It was
They were too nice.
the last episode was brutal. I was like, oh, you're really gonna do it? Just run. Just get the
Yeah,
fuck out of this.
you made a
city.
mistake.
That's the problem with our show too. Was that it is a gag that you're pulling on one guy, and he has to believe that he's on a fake reality show, and he has to believe it until the end. So your job is to string him along, and then you're doing all this crazy shit around him to get his reaction. Right? That's the premise of the show. But the problem is, and it was more so for the cats who were living with him, playing the other contestants, because they live together like Big Brother or one of these shows in this house. So you have to stay in character for 2 weeks, and you have to play it out. But the problem is, the guy was such a good guy, people started feeling sorry for him.
Helsinki syndrome.
Exactly, in reverse.
What's it called?
What's it
No,
called?
not Helsinki.
It's
What's the other one?
It's from
Sweet Stockholm
Stockholm
syndrome.
syndrome.
Yeah.
I was close, right?
Helsinki.
Just so if anyone isn't clear, I said Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, because you'll get
Sydney.
you'll get a Twitter from somebody telling you.
Helsinki syndrome.
Fucking
Oh
idiot.
yeah.
They're not aggressive anymore. Now that Jim left, our fans don't
Yeah.
yell at us as much.
All the illiterate grammar police coming at us.
That's interesting, man.
So they started feeling bad for him. So it's harder to pull off the more hardcore stuff because you don't want to jerk this guy around too much, because at the end you have to face him and say, "Yeah, I was a dick. Sorry."
Yeah, that's what we feel with Jason.
Nah, you're just dicks.
When he finds out that this is never reaching the internet, they're just sitting around with a tape recorder, listening to him speak in tongues.
For a while, we were fucking with him so bad that he said to me, "I don't know where the show ends and life begins."
Yeah.
I remember when I first came on the show, and they were telling a story, and you were very clear to them that they were not to bring this up, and you lost it. You wanted to fight them. You wanted to fight Jim and Eddie over a drug dealer, and you're like, "We're not airing this episode," and you're like, "We're not airing this episode, and we're cutting that out," and they were like, "We're not cutting it out." It was fantastic, man.
And we aired it all.
I've seen. Did you air it?
Yeah, we aired
And
it
you're
that
still
week.
fucking here, dude.
See?
You're not dead.
Last week
You thought you were gonna die.
Last week he lost it on me because we were talking about where he worked, and he doesn't want the fans to know where he works. Look at
I don't lose it anymore.
Where do you? Yeah, you do. Everyone has.
You have a
fucking-
job?
Where do you work
Yeah.
now?
You've been there.
He doesn't.
Fucking homo.
Oh, I know where you. You don't want me to tell them where
No,
you
we
work?
don't talk about it.
because the fans then Yelp the page. And
Yeah, we don't
Right.
want people messing
Far
with
Side's here.
We do have some trolls left in the fan base, so like they fuck with
Far
shit,
Side.
So.
I got you.
I don't want to take it up, but I have to say I have more people coming up to me after shows and mentioning that they saw me on or heard me on Talking Shit, especially the Valentine's episode,
then if you did
than
like
anything, than anything ever. I've done the Tonight Show. so stupid. This is stupid.
Power of the internet, my friend.
I walked Eddie's dogs for a month.
You know what? Joe Matarese told me. He goes, I did Letterman. He goes, I got 4 Facebook ads the next day. He goes, I did your podcast, 1,000 Twitter followers.
For sure.
And he goes, I don't fucking get it. I said, yeah, Eddie Brill, who used to book the Letterman show, I go, he should be asking to be on my podcast. Like, people are like, why don't you do Letterman? I'm like, I don't want to.
Brill
like,
should do this.
I would do Letterman if they asked me. There's no way I would say no. I would say, absolutely, I'll do it. But I'm not going to spend my time doing it because it's not going to sell me tickets. It's not going to make me any more money. It's not going to improve my career.
I spend every day thinking about doing the Late Show, and I don't know why they haven't gotten back to me. I live a few blocks away, and someone actually handed me a paper, and he goes, I think you'll like the... I wish I remember his name because I should mention this, and I will look up his name, and next time you guys have me on, or next time I crash, invite myself over, I'll mention his name. But just hand me a paper, and he's like, you might want to check out the sports section or whatever. Open up. Fucking quarter, probably 1/8 of weed, just in it.
Someone gave you an 1/8 of weed
from listening to the show. A fan of the show just gave me an 1/8 of weed.
What's wrong with this?
What is that?
This is
by
how
the
I
way?
roll. I hope it's Jack Daniels.
A pint of Jack Daniels.
Not that half
You
of
guys
that.
are laughing as if you don't know how I drink. I guess you don't.
Oh, you
When I do the show, when I do Hollywood Babble-On, they give me a pint glass, literally a pint glass with crushed ice in it with Jack Daniels.
Oh, well.
I go through 2 of those, 3 of those a show.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
I would have.
You should have
I
bought
got
more.
some weed.
I think you're missing my point, Jason.
Don't
My
drink
point
my
is,
beer.
I'm an alcoholic.
I don't like that about myself. When I drink tequila, I really can go through it very easily, and I'll drink like 3, 4, 5, just on ice, and go, wow, where did the night go?
Yeah.
And I don't like that it's that easy.
It's
The
pretty
thing I
easy.
like about
I don't
booze versus
feel any
weed
different.
is I know exactly how much of this I can have and exactly how it will affect me. I could set my watch by if I have a second
Totally.
drink, I'm going to get in this stage. If I have a third drink, I will be at this stage. If I have weed, it could be from, wow, I feel a little tired right now, to, oh, I just raped and murdered a family, and how did my clothes get so bloody? I never know what the end result is
Don't
going to
worry,
be like.
Ralph.
Well, you
we
just
always
gotta-
have the breathalyzer.
But the thing is, and it really is it is weed versus alcohol and tobacco out there in the world.
Are you
No.
gonna start
Politically,
this?
those are the
you
opposing
really?
forces. No, the thing about
Those
weed
are the political opposing forces?
in my
Weed
world.
and alcohol?
There's no breathalyzer for weed.
That UN are
Exactly.
just wasting their time.
See, there's no breath
With North Korea. They
but
should be worried about
No,
the
but
weed versus
no, but
alcohol
I
battle.
was with a guy who told me he got a DUI, whatever it is, for weed. Because I was talking to all these stoners. I did Tommy Chong's 420 special, and I'm not even a stoner. And they had me on it. I'm the only one. They're all talking about weed, how it like saved their life, and I'm like, how it's the greatest thing ever. And I'm like, I smoke it, and I think I'm gonna die.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
And so they were all talking. And I said, has anyone here ever gotten pulled over smoking weed? And they're like, oh yeah, all the time. And I said, has anyone ever
Going
gotten
20 on the freeway?
Yeah, they're like, no one ever gets. They never get like a ticket for it. And so this kid I was with this weekend in Sun Valley, he's like, I got one. He's like, but I told the cop that I was high.
See, you never admit anything.
Yeah.
He
But
said,
the thing with weed though, like you're talking about, you can you can make 3 drinks or this or that. With pot, you just smoke enough of it throughout your life that you don't know when you're stoned and when you're not, and you're always the same.
That's the
and
answer.
you just function
I
always
see.
at the same level.
You know what? To make it easier than that.
can we just delete when he talks?
Yeah.
Just delete it out.
And when you inhale a joint or whatever you use, whatever medium, and as soon as I exhale, I know exactly how messed up I am.
Really?
Yeah, I smoked enough pot to inhale and go, and
Yeah.
as I blow
So
it
you're
out,
able to
I'm
gauge it
like,
at that
I'm
moment?
like, okay, that's
I can
enough.
tell if it's an indica or a sativa when I exhale.
Oh, he's a
Can you
connoisseur.
really?
No, yeah. I can tell exactly where it's hitting if it's an indica or sativa.
I don't
I'm
like it at all.
Yeah, it's not for me. I don't like the wormhole effect where time starts to collapse in on itself. Where you're listening to a song and I'm listening to
It'll go on forever.
yeah, exactly. Life's Been Good to Me So Far by Joe Walsh. And I'm like,
Oh,
this
that
song's
song
been
was-
on
yeah.
for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
or it's been on for 30 seconds. I really can't tell the difference.
I thought one time a song was playing so long, I was convinced, this is how paranoid I got, that the DJ was, like the radio station was doing it to me.
Fucking with you?
Yeah, like they're doing this, you fucking assholes, stop it. Stop fucking playing this. I know you're doing this on purpose. This is the longest playing song ever. And so I started looking at my watch and timing the song. And then I would look, it would seem like a half hour, 45 minutes that the song was playing. I'd look down. 1 minute later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's not right for anybody.
The first time I smoked hash, like I was driving home and the mile marker sign was just not coming. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and it never has. You've been stuck in Venice since.
Who never found that exit?
Who sings that song? Bill Marshall?
What?
Who sings Life's Been Good to Me so far?
Joe Walsh.
Joe
dude.
Walsh. Now
He's
I know.
Canadian. He's Canadian. They don't know much.
I thought it was like the Eagles. It's a great song. I
It
know
is a
every
great song.
word.
But it's one of those songs that the beginning sounds exactly like the middle. So
Totally.
if you're really
And then
stoned,
there's
you
a-
think it's starting all over again. You're like, this song's never going to end.
Have you ever been to Michael
Oh,
Vick's house?
good. It's time for the dog fights.
All right, now you bet. Who would you pick in this fight?
The little one's a bully.
Little one is the bully.
Noosa's got sharper teeth.
Yeah, end of the
Yeah.
day, Noosa takes her out.
Noosa's vicious.
Yeah.
You know the guy who down the street here who holds up the pizza slice
Yeah.
$1? Like anyone needs that guy?
Yeah.
How much do you think that guy makes, by the way?
There's your answer right there.
$20 a day and all you can eat in pizza.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
And they cut his penis ligament once in a while.
Thank you. How much does the guy make with the Statue of Liberty outfit?
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough, right?
They couldn't back up a pickup truck full of 20s and get me to dress as the
Cash
fucking
for gold?
Statue of Liberty.
We need-
How about cash for gold?
Get your taxes done here, because the Statue of Liberty is known for her fucking math skills.
That would be a great reality show where we get all of them together and tell them we bought a lottery ticket in their name and they all won.
All the horrible characters,
And
and
just,
mascot people.
But they have to go to Africa to pick it up. And
Letterman-
then we just leave them there.
Was it
Nigeria.
what's his name? Kimmel had those guys on. He had the entire boardwalk crew up there.
Why does he have to ruin all my good ideas?
I'm
How
just
about-
saying,
how about-
he did it.
wh-
He said, "And now a taste of Venice," and he brought up the curtain, and it was like all those fucking freaks out there. And it was like, ta-da! He shut the fucking curtain, and they all thought, like, we're gonna be on.
This is our
we're on
moment.
Kimmel. We're on Kimmel. They all want to be
Yeah,
famous.
Jimmy's got that dick sense. He seems like the nicest guy in the world, but he's got that practical joking. Did you ever see the time he had the kid for like $50,000? The kid had to make like one free throw. That was it, and the kid practiced with like some famous basketball player for weeks, and they kept going and checking on him, and the kid was shooting free throws all day long. They bring him on the show. They have the drum roll. The kid goes to shoot, and Jimmy swats it out of his hand. And I know Jimmy, and I wrote to him that night. I go, that might have been the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire
Pretty
life.
good.
Jimmy is a great guy, but he is anything for a laugh guy. Jimmy and I
You've
got
known him forever.
Yeah, I got to know him forever because he was doing sports on the radio station where I do the morning show now, and he was responsible for getting me the gig. And
Oh,
so-
he got. I didn't know if you were there first or he was.
No,
there.
he was there first.
Okay.
He was there, and then Adam Carolla started working on that show. And then they came up with the Man Show together. They hatched that idea. So they left radio to go start their TV careers
Right.
with Man Show. And the guys they were working with, Kevin and Bean, he said, do you know anybody who can do what you guys do, voices and write comedy and stuff like that? And Adam and Jimmy said, yeah, our friend Ralph would be a good choice. So they brought me onto the show. But there was a little period of time where Jimmy was still there, where I started, and we kind of crossed paths and worked together for a while. And there had been, they went to McDonald's a year previous, and they got an Egg McMuffin. And Jimmy said, this isn't even real bacon. This is round bacon. There's no such thing as round bacon. This is bullshit. He said, I bet this has got enough preservatives in it. If I tack this up on the wall, a year from now, I can go back and eat that bacon. And it was very funny at the moment that he nailed a piece of bacon to the wall. But sure as shit, a year goes by, and everybody's like, all right, it's time. And Jimmy took it off the wall and ate it in front of all of us. And I said, Jim, your career's just starting. You could kill yourself. What are you doing this for? He's like, well, it's funny. That's why.
That's how I met you. Was Jimmy recommended me for the Kevin
For
and
the
Bean
sports
show?
gig, yeah.
And I came in and did sports, and I don't know sports, and I was like, I said to Jimmy, "Why are you doing this to me?" He goes, "You did sports radio before." I go, "Not well." And he even recommended me for the Best Damn Sports Show. I went in and auditioned for that and almost got it. They were going to take Tom Arnold off because he wanted too much money and put me in. And I kept telling Jimmy, I'm like, Jimmy, this is a bad idea. And he goes, they love you. And I go, Jimmy, I don't like sports that much. Like, I can't sit. I can watch one football game a day. I can't watch like 12 games.
If you're getting paid,
I don't watch Sports Center. No, because I was getting paid a lot of money to do sports radio in New York. I didn't fucking like it, and I would sit there every night and go, have to watch the games.
It's even worse if you're getting paid well for something you don't like to do, because then you can't get the fuck out. And so you just get more and more bitter because you keep cashing the check and you're saying, oh, I hate my life, but I can't leave because I'm being paid well.
I'm still stuck on Tom Arnold asked for too much money.
Yeah, he asked for a shitload of money.
Well,
too.
for FX.
They gave it to him.
FX money.
FX, that's like $20,000 a year.
But you came on and you were great on our show when you tried to do the sports gig, but they never would let us hire anybody. We never got the go-ahead. So we literally have no sports guy to this day because of that.
Well, when I'm forced to write jokes, when I have to do it, I can do it. And I had to do it for sports radio, and it's fun to like write the jokes. But then you got to watch all the fucking games.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and there's not much funny about sports. Like, especially athletes. When you have athletes on, they suck.
Yeah,
they're the worst. Why are you smiling?
He knows.
I'm sorry, Lachlan and Jason are in. Are you having a staring contest?
No, he knows.
What's wrong?
Well, we were going to go camping on Sunday.
Oh, we have to cancel.
But and Jason's like, we could still go.
Yeah, I still get the mushrooms. We'll go.
But I don't want to just go with you.
I was taking all the moms here.
I met an Asian girl.
Is this a camping thing or is this a mushroom trip?
Well, that's the thing.
Can't you do mushrooms here? Do you have to go camping to do that? Or is it like a nature thing?
It was exciting. It was this exciting thing. I had to build up a story to ask my girlfriend if I could just go hang out camping with the guys.
So
you had to ask your girlfriend to go camping with the guys?
Ralph, my girlfriend and I are big campers. We even have a Volkswagen van.
Again?
So did Ted Bundy. That doesn't make you a camper. It just makes you dangerous.
And smelly, usually.
We definitely like to follow young children and open up the sliding door.
So she'd be upset if you went camping without her? Was that the problem?
I think so.
I see.
And I had discussed...
You're going camping with Jason instead of me?
Yeah, exactly.
Would you do mushrooms?
If you came?
Yeah, I'm not doing the mushrooms though.
No,
but if you came, I'd still do them.
He's down, dude.
All right, but here's who we lost. We have no Jesse and no... Who's the other one that can't go?
Why can't Jesse
Colin
go?
Can't go.
Oh, that doesn't really feel like much of a loss to me.
All right, we got...
Colin and Jesse.
So
wow, we really need them in our lives.
We'll still do it. Sunday night, we're going.
There we go.
Still do it? Really,
we're still
guys?
doing it. Yeah.
Fucking, yeah, like we're
Back
like...
on.
The dude doesn't even care about it. The dude doesn't even care about his uncle dying.
Do you want to come?
He's fucking. He fucking blew the Kenny Hotz video footage, and he whatever. He doesn't care.
Sounds like you're really angry with
I love Colin, but
an axe to grind.
He's no.
Well, what if we tell them we're all going, and closer to the date, maybe they bend their plans a bit.
Yeah, we can talk to them.
Yeah, because
if we form an alliance.
Jesse said there's band shit.
What band shit? We got a gig the night before. We're done.
I have a gig the night before.
Yeah, see? I got a gig the night before.
I have a Volkswagen van. Should
Eddie,
I bring it?
Do you have a gig the night before?
I'm at a wedding in San Luis Obispo the night before.
Do you have a gas stove?
We'll do the camping up there.
No, we are. We're going to go to Malibu to Leo Carrillo. Oh! Okay, this won't air in time.
Let's try to get...
I don't want the fans.
Oh, that'd be so great if they crashed your fucking mushroom party.
It would be like...
No, dude, let that run.
It turned into the next...
More the merrier, dude.
Yeah, because Burning Man's done. They got to find something new.
Something between now and Coachella. What are they going to do?
Eddie, let
Burning
that run.
Man's so commercial.
No, I don't want fans there.
What?
I love shitheads, not in the woods.
All right,
You
don't even just say it because we got to edit. This all needs to leave.
I've gone out with shitheads after shows. Bad things happen. Really bad shit happens.
Oh, yeah, someone would cut a hand off out there.
Yeah.
Well, those fuckers would be like, keep
this part in. I've never gone out with your shitheads.
This will air after. This will air after.
But this can all air because it's not the location. Yeah. I haven't gone out with the shitheads, but every show since I did Valentine's Day, someone has come up to me and said, "Talking shit."
Yeah. Well, let me tell you about what happens when I go out with them. Recently, I went out with a shithead who told me that I said to the crowd, "Any shitheads here?" I said, "Yeah." I said, and I always say this, probably a felony or a neck tattoo, and he goes, "Both." And then I said, "What's your felony?" He said, "I was getting chased by the cops," or he goes, "I had a DUI, or I was drunk driving. Cops came up," and he goes, "I've just told this on the show recently." He goes, "And I read somewhere that if you go a certain speed, the cops have to stop following you.
Where did he read
Because it
that?
endangers the other drivers.
In the Jason Hour handbook.
And the restrained oxen shall inherit the earth.
That's right.
Guy, I bet that's true in the book, but you still got to call the captain, and he gives the go ahead.
That's when the helicopters swarm in.
Yeah.
Captain's
That's when the
like,
drones are deployed.
Sir, we were exceeding the the allowed speed limit. Where are you?
Hey, everybody. We're going to close out this episode with Ralph Garman, but we're going to hold him hostage. He doesn't even know it. The way I record these is sometimes I'll just record, and a lot of you complain, but I record for like 2 hours, then we cut it into two. That way, thanks, Farside. That way we always have two episodes
Fartside,
for you.
that's what you call him.
One on two. I like Furtardo, and he doesn't like that because that's what they used to call him as a kid.
Stupid.
Fartsighted.
Fartside, Furtardo. Anyway, Ralph Garman is going to stick around for the next episode because we kind of held him hostage. He has to get up at 4 a.m, but we didn't give a fuck. We just kept talking. So this is broken up into 2 episodes. Second part will be heard. You know, we do these on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So just listen for the next one. And if you want to catch me anywhere, you know where I am. I'm in EddieIfft.com.
No, www.eddieifft.com.
www.
Don't forget that.
EddieIfft.com
/home.
Yeah, / I'm on tour.
Look at my calendar, faggots.
Yeah, look at my calendar, you fucking cunts.
Buy my tickets, you prick.
Buy fucking tickets to my show or I'll stab you in the eyeball, you fucking
Listen to
fag.
part 2, you fucking morons.
Yeah, so go to EddieIfft.com because I'm probably in Australia right now. If I'm not, check out my dates for Nashville, Tennessee.
No, if you're
Wilmington,
not in
North
Australia,
Carolina.
your plane crashed.
Oh, what a dick.
You said that to me on my fucking way home from Vegas. You're like, I hope your plane crashes.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I shit my pants on a plane.
You said it so defensive.
All right, so yeah. Oh, I'm also going to be at the Hollywood Improv May 10th, so go see that show.
That's the show all the Mongs will be
I'm going to be in Tahoe at Harvey's Casino. I'm going to be at the Improv in Vegas. I'm going to be... Just fucking check out EddieIfft.com for all my dates.
Eddie, you're so busy.
Yeah. Oh, and Lachlan Patterson, check him out too. Where are you?
Yeah, LachlanPatterson.com.
Yeah, how about that? And check us both out. I'm at Eddie Ifft on Twitter.
At Lockjaw.
At Lockjaw. LACH though.
JAW.
Yeah, JAW.
Okay.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Come on.
Have you seen that dude that drives around in Europe that like intentionally leads cops into chases and then just fucking loses them? Like he's an internet movie phenomenon.
Yeah, is it a motorcycle?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
His name's Ryan Gosling, and it's a movie.
No. There's a guy that's been doing it for years
No,
in Germany and
he,
shit.
He wheelies in cop chases. He wheelies with the cops chasing
Yeah,
him, and they film it on the bridge.
It's
Oh,
real.
Fantastic, dude.
And a motorcycle?
I
On
can't
a
remember the name of the.
No, he wheelies the car. He
does
wheelies
this-
the car.
He does this in Germany?
He drives
Yeah.
he drives a semi.
Is it David Hasselhoff?
No, and then
Does
then
the
there's
car
another,
talk?
And there's another one that
I don't
uses,
like this, Michael.
They have those little
I
mini
believe the
go
police are
karts.
following us, Michael.
He was effeminate, that fucker.
William Daniels, greatest voice ever.
Kit was that was one of my first
Michael,
jokes ever.
Michael,
I go.
I don't know why your evil twin is following us.
Michael,
Kit,
get back inside
car.
me, Michael.
Come on, kid, let's go.
Michael, I believe you're going faster than the speed limit.
I don't care, kid. We have crime to fight.
Fuck me, Michael.
Michael, please.
What? Nothing.
Put it in my tailpipe, Michael.
Michael, I don't like the way you're dressed tonight.
Leather jacket and jeans every night. Who doesn't like that?
Love
Michael,
the
is that a fresh perm?
Oh, he had beautiful hair.
Still does.
Did you see David was trying to fight the Berlin Wall? They were trying to bring it down completely now. And he's like, he doesn't want them to because he needs it to stay up because it's a
So he can go back for the reunion concert? So he can stand on there and start singing again?
So he has some audience somewhere.
Oh, God bless the Hoff.
I hugged David Hasselhoff once.
Did you really?
Was in a bar, saw him in New York City, and a friend of mine goes, I dare you to hug David Hasselhoff. And I went, oh, fucking I'll do that. So I walked over to him, I shook his hand, and then he shook my hand. I said, oh, I'm a big fan, loved all your stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then because another friend of mine had told me.
All his stuff?
Another comedian, Vic Henley, had told me a story.
Baywatch and Knight Rider?
Vic Henley had told me a story about someone else hugging him over this like charity event, and the guy lied just so he could. So I was telling my friend the story in the bar, and he goes, go over and hug him. I go, I'll do it. I go, I won't even fucking lie to him. I'll just go in for a hug. So I shook his hand, and while he was shaking my hand, I just grabbed him and hugged him. And he was just, He was like, "Oh, okay, big guy. All right, fella."
Really?
Yeah, he was just totally creepy.
Called you fella.
I like locked on, like wouldn't let go of the hug, and David was like, "All right. Oh, okay, let go.
Really? You got to the let go.
Oh, I got to the let
Hugs
go.
are supposed to be gentle, Eddie.
Oh, I wasn't. It's fucking
That's
the
brave.
Hasselhoff.
Hugs, not drugs, Eddie. That's what we say here. If you had bought him a drink, he would have blown you.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh, absolutely.
Best
Nothing
blowjob you would have ever had.
from a man.
Ralph Garman.
Nothing Hasselhoff won't do for a drink.
One time I asked Ralph, I was doing Kevin and Bean, and Ralph's there, and I said, they meet every single famous person. I don't think there's a famous person you haven't met.
We had a lot of people come through selling their wares on our show. They use us. to
Steve
promote their shit.
Gutenberg.
The Goots has never been on our show. Cruz has done the show by phone. He won't come in. I don't think he'll do it anymore because we're pretty merciless when it comes to the Scientologists, so I don't think he'll be back on. But we have talked to him.
Who's meaner about Scientology, Kevin or Bean?
Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevin hates
Kevin.
hates Scientology with a white hot passion that's sort of inexplicable to the rest of us because no one bothers you about it.
Yeah,
really.
I've never
you
had-
have to go take a personality test really to be bothered by these people.
That's what I always say about it. No one ever in my life has ever tried to convert me to Mormonism, to Islam, to Scientology. Like, they don't want me.
Yeah, well, look
None
at
of
you.
the-
Look
yeah.
at you.
None of these. Scientology, I've never heard any. And I've hung out with a whole bunch of them. Never once did one of them say, hey, maybe you should check us out. I was kind of like, I felt like I was in a gay bar and no one was hitting on me.
That's weird.
Which has happened.
No way.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never been hit up by
Really
a gay guy
good?
either.
Yep.
That guy always kind of stuck in my craw.
That I can believe, but Eddie, I can't believe.
Because he's a twink?
He's a bit of a twink, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's got a body.
Lachlan probably gets it every day.
Oh, it's insane.
Oh, yeah, you're the perfect target.
My voice?
You're the
Are you
target,
kidding?
yeah.
Those lips.
You're
The shirt?
You're the poster child for
Yeah,
gay. You've got the deep V shirt going on.
With your
It's
own
not
picture
deep.
on it.
With your own picture
With all
on
due
there.
respect, it's not deep.
You've got the sculpted body. You've got the hair.
What do they say with all
Are you
due?
getting chubby for all this dirty talk?
No, because I have to pee. Can't get a chubby and pee.
All right, so who?
The hell you can't. I can show you some videos.
I have definitely got a chubby and pee, but I really got to pee. When you really got to pee,
You ever had the piss hard on in the morning? I mean, that's why you get it.
do you guys?
It's your body's way of keeping you from pissing.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
that's
Because you
one of
can't
them.
do both.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because I got
you-
a ticket once for urination and or masturbation, and I told
Look.
the cop, I was like,
There's no and.
You got to scratch out the and.
Well, if you have a problem, you can do both.
There's
What?
no
You
and.
can have urine leak into your semen. I
That's
think.
true. I read that on TV.
Yeah.
on the Playboy show.
You can, have,
He was
I read-
on.
you can actually have poop leaking through your dick.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that was
all
a
right.
Lifetime movie with David Hasselhoff. I think that's the last thing he said.
Explain to me how
Poopy
you can
dick.
We
That was
already,
called
we
poopy
already,
dick.
it's called a fecal stoma or whatever. We've already talked about it, where it's like part of your colon, like a boil or whatever, some kind of cyst.
I know-
builds like a bridge to your urethra.
Whoa. We talked
then-
about it. We didn't confirm
No,
that it was
look it up.
true when you tell us this stuff.
I looked it up. I brought it up. We had fans fact checking everything, man.
Do you have to push the microphone into your chin like that? What are you, some sort of pro or something?
Hey, how you
you
doing?
just figured out exactly where the
Yeah,
microphone
this is exactly where it always. If I'm here, I'm never too
Everybody
loud.
knew Ralph was coming on the show tonight, and every comment was, I hope Jason doesn't ruin it.
Fecal
That's
stoma.
never-
I did read that, and I can't imagine why. Jason seems like a perfectly pleasant young man.
Oh, my
he
God.
interrupts a lot at the wrong times.
I'm having a wonderful time with you, Jason.
Honestly, Jason hasn't said what's the word for it?
Trollish.
He hasn't mentioned something that is obviously stupid. We have to research and see if it was
Well,
stupid.
that's everything.
Right. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
We have to research everything this guy
But
said?
in another life, that
You
behavior
figured
would
it out,
make him
don't
a
you?
politician. That would make him a successful
Lachlan,
politician.
I put him under a lie detector. He answered all these questions about the things, and he wasn't lying in any of it. Then I said, do you really think you're a genius? He said, yes. No lie.
That was honest?
He was being honest. He truly thinks he's a genius.
Look,
I got a piece.
seems like
paper
a
when
pretty
I was
bright
Do you
guy.
kid.
think you're smart, really?
No, I have head trauma, but I was a genius once. I was a genius when I was a kid. I had a tests and all that shit.
But
Why'd
how
you
hard
po-
is it to
why'd
be
you
a kid
point at
genius?
your legs when
a
you
kid
said I
genius
had
means
tests?
like you can wipe yourself and
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
when you're a kid. You can do basic math
no, I
skills and be
couldn't
a
wipe
genius.
myself. I could do math.
It's called autistic.
Yeah, definitely know what a stoma is. Yeah, definitely stoma.
All right, so who else? Has Lindsay Lohan been in the studio?
Phoner, but never in the studio. Are you trying to get to the age-old question? Who's the biggest dick you've had on the show? Is that
No,
what you're shooting
because
for?
you guys told me the great story about
You have to ask him now.
Was it you that told me the Vin Diesel story?
W fecal stoma.
See, you're full of shit. Siri
Yeah.
doesn't understand your fecal stoma reference, Jason.
Fecal stoma. You're an idiot.
You guys were the ones that told me this story about Vin Diesel and Lord of the Rings.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great... I did a movie recently with, what's his name? The star of Lord of the Rings.
Sean
Martin-
Austin.
No, not Sean Austin. The other one. The
other star?
not
not Tobey Maguire.
No.
The kid from...
the kid from Wilfred.
yes.
Come on, somebody.
Ethan.
Elijah
Toby-
Wood.
Toby
Elijah
Wood?
Thank you.
I did a movie. I did a movie with.
That's where you're going camping on Sunday.
I had one scene with Elijah
Toby
Wood,
Wood.
and I said to him, I go, like we had like 10 minutes together, and the only thing I said, hey, that story about Vin Diesel, is that real?
Well, have you seen the audition tape?
But I thought it's like nobody has this.
Oh
tape.
no, it's out there.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Could somebody please send this tape and post it?
Okay, what it is? Do you think like fans might have it?
Somebody's got it. I know it. 'Cause
Okay,
I've
what
seen
it was during the filming, or Vin Diesel wanted to be in Lord of the Rings, and so bad they wouldn't even audition him. So badly that he put himself on tape, which isn't uncommon,
Right.
for an actor to do. But he did it basically him sitting in front of a fireplace with a cape on.
Cape on, yeah, like a
with
cloak.
with a chalice, reading Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He wanted to do Gandalf?
I don't know what
I don't know what
wanted to
role
be,
he wanted, but
he sent it to Peter Jackson, and
What an idiot.
then during the filming of the movie, like when the morale would get low, you know, when the crew had been working long hours and everything, Peter Jackson would call them
Throw
all
it up on the
together.
big screen.
Throw it up on the big screen.
Did you ask Elijah Wood
I
about
asked
that?
Elijah Wood, and he said
He confirmed it?
Confirmed
That's
it.
awesome.
And I was like, I will pay any amount of money for that tape. And so if anyone has seen that,
I've
or can
seen
get
a clip, so I know it's out there. So somebody's got to have it.
So obviously Vin Diesel's never done the show.
No,
it
no.
better
Oh, no,
than
that's
Sean
not
Young's
true.
Catwoman?
He did the show before we found out about that. And he did a thing about how Riddick was basically Macbeth and how it was a very Shakespearean character. And he believed he was serious as a heart attack. He went on and on about how Riddick, because he was doing the Pitch Black, I guess that movie was. And maybe he was coming back for
Chronicles of Riddick.
And the
The
Fast
sequel, right?
And the Fast and
Yeah.
the Furious is Othello.
Yeah, so Riddick is really
Honestly-
a very Shakespearean character. And I'm happy to revisit it because there's a lot of colors there that I haven't explored yet. It's like,
Fuck yourself.
You know, when he said, I love my life by the quarter mile, you can actually look into Macbeth and
It is.
out brief candle.
Yeah.
It's kind of... Did I blow your mind there?
Fecal urea is the actual condition.
Fuck,
that
you're like a dog
causes
with a bone.
feces.
Let go of the shit coming out of your cock, Jason. Jesus.
Lachlan, take
Move
off your
on.
headphones.
Jeez, Lachlan almost killed himself there.
Shit. Lachlan, have you been drinking way before you got here?
For like years.
Yeah, how'd you know?
He's like, I'm going to the rape cottage. I better have a few.
He just shows up with a case of beer. Hey, party.
Strangled yourself on the headphones.
Lachlan's like our own, who's Otis. From the Eddie Griffith
The
Show.
only married guy in Mayberry.
What-
Yeah, you
what?
taught us that last week on the show.
Oh, did I? That was my
Yeah,
bit?
yeah, you taught that to us.
That's your trivia question?
So then you go and repeat it and thought you were going to get away with it as a bit, but you didn't realize
And it
you had heard
dawned
it
on him.
before.
Hey, dude,
Oh,
it's called
shit, I better
see what
give
he
this
tries to
credit.
do.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, it's called sampling. It's allowed in music. Why can't it be allowed in comedy?
You're not a genius. You're a plagiarist. That's what you are. Take facts from other people and then regurgitate them as if they're your own.
And then you get a job
Your-
running a city.
With your fecal stoma.
The fecal urea.
Yeah, fecal urea.
Or fecal urea.
Farside, why were you late? Because you had to be at Jay Moore show. What,
More stories? You working on more stories? Well,
How
you're-
did you get
you're
that
a-
job?
You're a podcast slut.
How
You
did he
just
meet?
go around and do
How
everywhere,
did he
don't you?
meet Jay Moore to get that
Was
Through
job?
us.
Was it,
Oh,
when he
oh.
did the
was
cock
it
taco.
foolishness?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I tell that story.
Yeah. So
So, but his show takes priority over ours?
It pays more.
no, but
Boom.
we introduced you
Boom.
to that.
He just dropped a fucking
Yeah.
bomb on you, son.
Yeah, but you gotta like that doesn't work. That's not right.
No,
Of course it's right.
That's
it's
why
the
you're,
only thing that is right.
That's why you're poor.
Yes.
'Cause I have
Go
honor.
for the money.
Because I have fucking honor
Yes.
over money.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
honor, but money's great.
No, you don't. You
You know how much
I
honor
just
money can buy?
graduated.
Lots. If you get rich, you can buy all the fucking honor you want.
You eventually run out of corn. And then you.
I'm sorry, what just happened?
Jason, you're going to like this. I was reading today. But
Here,
wasn't reading.
Steal this fact for your next conversation,
I was,
Jason.
I was listening on Stitcher about Bitcoins.
Oh yeah, they're illegal in the U.S.
No, they're not.
Well, they're
completely wrong.
The banking cartels are trying to shut it down or something.
Yeah, because people are basically creating a currency online and trading the currency now outside of the banks. And so if a bank ever loses its value of its currency or anything, it doesn't matter because you still have this currency. And you can. It started to get traded like you would do like things on the internet to get it. Now, like solve problems and things and figure things out, and people would give you a Bitcoin. Now you can order pizzas and stuff with it. It's slowly like people are accepting
a real
them.
thing?
Yeah, they're saying it probably won't develop, but something like it will. So there will be an international kind of currency that'll go
that
beyond
will exist
the banks.
only in the virtual world.
Exactly, and it's going to fuck over all the banks and everything. So
We're just days away from taking the red pill or the blue pill, people. I'm telling you, we're going to live in our fucking brains. They're going to stick a coaxial cable into our cerebellums, and it's all over. We're going to live on the fucking internet. Just start raping and pillaging now because it's all over. That's what.
That's
already started.
Good man. I like that.
Me and Jay.
Jason, end of the world's coming. Who are you raping first?
If the end of the world's truly coming, you want to rape anyone because everybody will be up for everything once we know. Once we know the meteor's coming, and it's going to hit, everyone's going to lose.
Can
their
you imagine
shit,
how
all things will be okay, and you'll be able to do anything with anything.
They never
anytime.
show the fun side of that in the movies.
No.
You know, the Armageddons. They should show like guys showing up at their bully's house and just like putting a bullet in his head.
Yeah. Or baseball bat. I can't wait till the day that my success is measured solely on how many kills I have.
I get a sense we're not far from that day.
I'm looking. Oh, dude.
Jason,
if you could do anything with no repercussions, if you knew you could get away with it, with no questions asked, what thing would you do? Would it be like knock over a bank? Would it be a murder? Would it be rape?
You know,
what's in your darkest corners of your subconscious that you say, this, if I were given carte blanche, this is the act I would commit?
This is so stupid.
Put your
and
hand down,
childish.
Jason. We'll get to you. Talk to Lachlan now.
I think
I want to keep you from reading that Surfer magazine anymore during our
this
show.
This is definitely a around the room question for sure. I think we should go around the room. But I remember as a kid, and I think it still stands, I would just love to run up to girls and just lift their tops. Is that stupid? I just want
that is.
I just want to take off their shirts.
That's your grand gesture.
I saw it in Death Wish 3 and I was like, that's what I would do. That's what I would do.
That's it.
Would pull down tube tops.
He said first thing. That's the first. I would see what it would be like.
You see boobies?
What
are you, 12?
Dude, we're just gonna start. It's the beginning of the end of the world.
Day one of the apocalypse.
Day one.
It's just boobies.
It's gonna get darker.
I just gotta get warmed up.
Walk
away. Now, Jason, I think is probably already on day 2 with his answer.
Jason had a ready answer. His arm shot up the minute I asked that question.
It's a great question, by the way.
You don't understand. Jason has thought about this on a
thought about it. He's acted on it. I'm sure.
Let's go.
You got one, Andrew?
No, wait, Jason.
All right.
I want to push the button.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What the fuck does that mean?
The button. You said you can do anything you want.
You want to release nukes? Into a world that's already going to die.
What?
You're the overkill guy. We're going to be hit by a meteor. It's going to wipe out all humanity as we know it. But you want to nuke it before we get hit by the meteor.
I stabbed the mattress.
Dude,
I'll push the button.
You're working.
What a waste of your effort. What a waste of the thing to do. You're doing the thing that's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
The meteor's coming. Jason's like, how long? 3 days. Nah, I'm gonna end it now.
Not soon enough for me.
First of all,
I want everyone
was
dying
being
of
real.
hell,
Spoiler.
radiation, and fire.
I was being real. He's like you would have access to the button. You woke up in the morning at like noon,
right?
And you're about to go to work, and it's happening. What would you do? Like I told you, I would go outside, and the first girl I saw, I'd fucking rip her shirt off.
I wouldn't even call in sick. I'd just not go to work.
Wow, you are a maverick.
Yeah.
You know how to stick it to the man
Jason,
on the last day.
It doesn't take the end of the world for you to do that. It takes all it takes for you to do that is that you've been working long enough that you can get unemployment.
5 months away.
You're counting the days.
I will say this, even though he can't mention where he works, he's good at it. No?
That's questionable.
So you work at a rub and tug massage parlor?
No, then I'd be great at it.
He works somewhere
love you a long time.
He works somewhere very local in Venice, and it's
a great place.
Yeah, and I went.
I do a good job.
I went in the other day.
Tell him to suck
I
it.
went in the other day at 12:05 and saw him there, and he was He was running the whole place.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't.
There aren't any photo mats anymore, so I'm trying to think what it could possibly be.
Jill always asks me to go there. Let's go to da-da-da.
Oh, I love da-da-da.
It's not good.
Where would you go, Eddie?
You don't like it, but actually, I've started ordering food. You can get all the food by the pound.
It's shit.
No.
It's
Wait,
shitty
you work
food.
in a place where you can buy
It's
food
okay,
by
no?
the pound?
Mm-hmm.
Is it shit?
That sounds awesome.
You just already said food. I didn't say food.
He said food.
No, it's a restaurant. We talked about it before.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it also has like coffees and stuff.
Yeah.
Can we ask Farside?
Wait a
and
minute, it's
Machete
a
what they
restaurant
would
that
do?
serves food and coffee?
Well, they
now
got
you're
like-
really
they've got
narrowing
like-
in. Now I know exactly where it is. It's the place where you can get food and coffee.
There's only like
the fans
8.
will get them fired. They really will.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to talk to you guys about Primal Packs. Primal Packs, we've all become big fans here at the show.
In demand.
They're delicious.
Because everybody has been invading my cabinets and stealing them and eating them all.
No, I was looking.
Well, no. Well, they're given to the show. I didn't know they were just yours.
Well, they are. And let me tell the fans about them. Primal Packs are they're a paleo snack pack meal alternative. It features 100% grass-fed beef. I talk to you all the time about grass-fed beef and why it's important that you eat grass-fed. Not only is this grass-fed, it's grass-finished. Grass-fed, grass-finished. It's based on an old family recipe by Matt Pierce's family. Matt's the guy who makes Primal Packs.
Is he the guy on the cover?
Yeah, he's the guy. He grew up in a ranching family. He knows all about making jerky. It is the best
Oh, that
jerky.
jerky's fucking great.
There is no jerky like this.
Oh, I had this, didn't I? Did you have
yeah,
it?
this is the
yeah,
stuff I have
it's
in the house.
awesome.
Okay.
And it comes with but in the jerky they also put in the Primal Packs. You can get just the jerky, or they also have one where they put in raw almonds, macadamia nuts, organic, no sugar added, dried mango, cranberries. It's like 100% real food, no gluten, no grains, no dairy, no weird oils, no sugar, and we all know they taste amazing.
The
Oh, it's so
jerky
good.
in the mango one, actually, for me, it tastes different and it tastes better.
Oh, yeah,
and
we
I
could-
kept craving it.
Yeah, the fruit makes
I
it
went-
yeah, it's a nice little combo.
This is Whole30 food. So you're getting the best possible and best quality. They started in Matt's garage. Now it's a big full-time job, full company, and they're a big supporter of our show. And so we want our fans to go to it. And they're giving our fans a deal. If you want 5 free Primal Packs with any purchase of $50 or more, that's a $17 value, available only to my listeners, to the Talkin Shit listeners. All you have to do is go to www.primalpacks, that's PACS, primalpacks.com/IFT, and use the promo code Eddie.
You could probably do it without saying www.
Yeah, I know. Everyone always tells me that. I still do it, though. I don't. Go to primalpacks.com
There you go.
/IFT, use the promo code Eddie, and get this offer. Do that, or you can also visit the Fake Mustache page and find it there. So do that. Get yourself, buy $50 or more. You know, buy a bunch of jerky, because you always want it around. And so, we all like to have meat in our mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially.
So get yourself some Primal Packs.
Speaking of restaurants, is the Venice Bistro still on the boardwalk? Does that place still exist?
Venice
Yeah,
Beach.
yeah. I had a
Let me
friend that
down
got
there.
stabbed there once.
It's like Rose and the Beach,
I'm
right
not
there.
kidding,
the Venice
dude.
Bistro.
Spike, he
I
got
used to
stabbed.
bartend there for many
Spike got
years.
stabbed?
Really?
Yeah.
You tended bar where the tree frog or whatever the fucking
Fig Tree.
Doors covered band still plays there.
Do they still play there?
Yeah, they're still.
Yeah, they used to be where
That
Jim
place is
Morrison hung out back in the
shady.
day.
No, the upstairs is cool and it is very shady.
Is the cover band called Storm Riders?
No, it's
Peace
called
Frog,
some,
aren't they?
Peace Frog,
Peace
and I've
Frog.
actually had 2 friends
Peace
that have
Frog.
been stabbed
Yeah.
there.
That's the stupidest name.
What is it?
It's a rough fucking bar.
Have I not listened to enough Doors song? What's Peace Frog?
Apparently not.
No.
There's blood in the streets up to my ankles.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
There's
Peace
blood
Frog.
in the
Peace Frog?
streets up to my knees.
Oh, I know.
I
that
thought
song.
that was called Money in the Streets.
She rode and then she
Lachlan,
rode
were
away.
you just walking the streets of Venice with a case of beer?
No, I rode the van here. I might have to walk home.
Oh, you have the van.
I do have the van.
The VW
Yeah.
Ted
it's-
Bundy van you got?
I've got it. It's beautiful, dude. It's beautiful.
It
It's
is.
got the
I've
pop
seen it.
top
Yeah.
and
What
everything.
What year?
86, I think.
They were still making those in 86?
Yeah.
They made them to 90,
How many kids can you fit
91,
in?
actually.
In Canada, not here in the States. Right?
It's from here.
Oh, is it really?
Dude, are you not familiar with the beauty that is the 80s Volkswagen Vanagon? The 70s are far more nostalgic,
Yeah.
but the 80s are a work of art.
They had a 4-wheel drive version.
The Synchro, absolutely.
How many?
Don't get me started, guys.
How many
Honestly,
kids?
we're on top
How
gear.
many kids can you fit in it?
It sleeps 4. But if you're a,
How many
you know,
does it rape?
I can put a newborn baby underneath the jump seat.
Sure.
And you would never even find it, even if you were at the Mexican border.
All right, that's good to know.
Eddie, end of the world.
Oh yeah, we
It's
haven't got to you
happening.
yet. What's your thing? What's your no repercussions?
Nothing.
See, mine's going to be so weird.
It doesn't even have to be end of the world. It's like if you could do anything without the
no.
repercussions, you'd never get busted.
I like end of the world.
I weirdly don't
End of the
hold
world.
grudges
End of the world.
that
All right, let's
long.
go back to
like
end of the
my
world.
grudges last a week. If it was like this week, there'd be somebody I'd want to kill. But like because it would.
Who?
No, I don't know right now. But there's always someone. But right now, it'd be like I'd want to just be able to break every stupid law that I wasn't allowed to break, and I would drive I would go get a monster truck. Right,
A monster truck.
I would get a monster truck immediately. I would go steal a monster.
Are you going
truck.
to lease it or buy it?
Hang on.
cash?
Are the
It's the
dealerships
end of
open
the
or are you
world,
stealing?
Jason, I'm stealing it.
You're
You're
going to be
stealing Bigfoot
I'm
or
stealing
Gravedigger?
Bigfoot. I would get Bigfoot.
Bigfoot or Gravedigger?
I'd get Bigfoot.
Really?
Yeah, because
and I can't push the button.
traditionalist. He's a
He's going to get a
traditionalist.
monster truck. I can't push the
Because
button.
that's something he could do.
You could physically
I
go.
can push the button. Don't
Dude.
you underestimate me.
He could
Wi-Fi's
go
still
to
up
a
for an hour.
dealership and steal it.
Google Bigfoot.
Watch this. Watch
location.
This. Yeah, watch this. Where's the button?
Yeah. You type in "Where's the button" on Google.
Where's the button? And how
Ask Siri
and
where the
how are
button
you going to
is.
get there on your bike?
Ask you. Look at
Ask
this dude.
Siri where the button is.
Could you please pull your hoodie down to cover your
The fat.
your fucking your skin? That only made it
That's a
worse.
good
Your
look.
side tits just
Ask
came out.
Siri where the button is.
He won't because they're monitoring him.
No, dude.
The government's monitoring
This is
him.
a
Where
drop
it is?
phone.
It's
This
the
doesn't
Oval
even-
Office.
Dude,
It's in the bunker 4 stories below the White House.
Watch
Yeah.
this one. Did you hear what he just
Where's
said?
Bigfoot?
This is a drop
Where's
phone.
the button?
This is a what phone?
He goes, this is a drop phone.
What does that mean?
It's like what spies use.
I don't know where you are, but you can help me find out. In location services settings, turn on both locations.
She misunderstood you.
You say where's the button?
There's no button.
Yeah, the meteor just hit.
There's no button. There's a button.
Button. Who's got the button?
You just missed your chance
What's
to
the
blow
code?
up. Who would you launch it at?
Open.
Well, once you push
What's
one
that?
button, they all go off.
Farside's got something to add to the story here.
First thing that comes up on Google when you Google "Where's the button?" Button. Who's got the button?
See? I'm a fucking genius.
That's what I would do at the end of the world.
Jason wrote the first thing that comes up on Google.
I have the internet in my brain.
Jason.
The button is at the White House, and you're not getting there.
It's deep.
So
It's-
give it up.
Let's assume that it's
You don't
underground.
have the football. You don't have the codes. You're
You'd
not
be
pushing
surprised
the
where
button.
I find.
You know what? I
show
wouldn't
up.
be surprised that you're not pushing the button. That's what's not.
You know
gonna
what's funny
surprise
is
me.
when I first sat down,
He's
Ralph
stealing
was like,
Bigfoot.
"I don't
He's-
see what's wrong with Jason. He seems like a."
He's cheesing me off a little bit now with this whole button bullshit. It's just not going to happen, Jason. Let it go.
this
Pick
is-
something real. You had your chance. We gave you a moment, and you blew it.
Be a little more creative.
I'd start a lot of fires.
Oh, that's too easy. Look at the chin microphone that he's pulling.
Jason, you're a musician. Your dream is to play. Wouldn't you like fucking go into Madison Square Garden?
If
Yeah, stand on the
everybody's-
stage of the Hollywood Bowl.
But everybody's doing the same thing this day. Like, who's gonna fucking watch a show?
Everyone's doing the same
Doesn't
thing
matter
these
about everybody's
days.
watching you, man. It's about you playing on that stage. You get your moment.
Dude, you put your hockey equipment on and you get on top of a fucking oil rig. You know, like a semi with the oil. Right?
What the fuck?
Road warrior. Think like a road warrior. Let's get that oil
That's
out
what
there.
I said. Walk away earlier. That's what I was saying. That's what he was saying to
I'm
them.
supposed to get a walk away reference.
That's the guy out in
yeah,
the
with the
desert.
worst
That was Waterworld.
desert guy.
No, he's telling him to leave the town in the first Road Warrior. Walk away. Walk
It's
away.
like this.
No one dies. Walk away.
It's
and all
like
that
this.
shit.
Just walk away. Like he's,
I thought he had like a brrr.
no, he was like, walk away.
Walk away. No, you sure?
Yeah.
I could watch this floor show all night long.
Dude.
See why I do it?
Dude, you should co-host. You could replace Jim.
I got my own problems.
You can replace me,
You could replace Eddie.
please.
There.
Walk away.
Thank you, Andrew.
No, I was in a Road Warrior situation. I went
Walk
to
away.
I went to this town in Australia called Prominent Hill, and we flew in the middle of the desert.
Was it white people?
It was fucking everything. It was because they gold mine there, and it was in the middle of the desert. And the plane, when it was landing, I go, "Where's?" They were like, "Oh, put your seatbelt on. We're ready to land." And I go, No, we're not landing. There's no runway there. We landed fucking on red sand in the desert.
Oh, that's
And then once we got off, the plane started to leave. I go, where's the plane going? They go, it goes back to the airport in Adelaide, comes back to I go, no. That plane's got to stay here. And they're like, no. So I go, if I wanted to leave, if I want to get the fuck out of here, how do I get out? They go, well, you could take a truck, but you'll never get out of here. I go, what do you mean? They go, you'll run out of petrol by the time you in the desert.
Road warrior.
Yeah. So I'm like fucking in a road warrior. I'm in the middle of the
Australia.
desert in Australia with a bunch of
what I'm
That's
thinking?
a man story right there. That's like a Hemingway fucking story. You're just out there, just mano a mano against nature, just dealing.
I
with
read
that
that's Farewell to Arms.
And
I
an
read that on
opportunity to
TV.
put in a Circle J.
Circle J.
It's like that's an investment opportunity right there, man. Buy some of that desert and put a gas stop in.
You told me earlier that you were you were smart, right?
Well,
That's
I mean,
pretty smart. He wants to put a gas station where there's none.
Yeah, if
the
you
guys
put
already
a
said
few,
you can't get out of here because you run out of gas.
Yeah.
You put a gas station at
if
the
you
halfway
build it,
point.
they will come.
Just
You're a
because you put a
genius.
gas station doesn't mean gas is going to just happen.
Yeah.
I think
I will say this though. After I tear some shirts off to look at some titties, I will go straight to Santa Monica Airport and
Steal a plane.
Steal a fucking plane.
I'd steal planes. How about the kid that used to steal planes? I loved him. Remember? I
he was great. The Barefoot Bandit.
I love that guy.
Canadian.
Kid
I think
was
he's
for
in
real.
jail now.
Yeah,
I think he got caught.
Love that fucking kid.
Barefoot Bandit. Look it up.
The kid was amazing.
Yeah, he got caught in the Caribbean, I think, or
Yeah.
something like that. Someone,
He was amazing, but he would just steal
think
shit.
his mom
he
turned
was
him
always
in.
stealing like fun stuff. He never stole anything that like.
No, he was a modern day Robin Hood.
Yeah, and he was
Except
great.
He kept everything.
And the best is that he taught himself how to fly a plane.
Well, it's like that Catch Me If You Can story, based on that true story, that the DiCaprio Hanks movie. Remember? That kid did the same thing. He was just a misguided genius, much like Jason is.
Yeah, see where the Barefoot Bandit is. See if he's if we can donate money to him or something.
What are you donating money to him for?
We got to get him out of
He's
jail.
the Barefoot Bandit.
we'd
He's the
love to have him on
modern
the
day.
show.
He's the opposite of the modern day Robin Hood. He steals for himself, and we give him money.
And it's either him or Dump Truck.
He's the modern day Robin
We're
Hood.
getting
It's just
somebody.
the economy's different.
We're getting Barefoot Bandit or
Or
Dump
Dump
Truck
Truck.
in here tonight.
Dump Truck's gonna. You didn't hear about Dump Truck.
What's Dump Truck?
Dump
Oh,
Truck's
listen to
gonna
the
be
show. It's
Dump-
awesome.
All right.
Tune in. You'll really
All right.
enjoy this
I'm
show
late.
earlier.
I had to pick up a six-pack.
Dump
12
Truck's gonna be our new
12-pack.
host.
Dump
Yeah,
Truck?
he's in Washington State Federal Detention Center.
Yeah, he's-
Let's break him out tonight. Let's do it. Let's hop in the Vatican, and we're all going to Washington State. We're
Oh,
gonna bust him
Hop
out.
in the Vatican?
That's what I might
Vatican.
do. That's
Oh,
what I
the
might
Vatican.
do with my monster truck. Is
Is
drive
bust
to every
people out?
prison and just with like RPGs.
Oh,
just
dude.
blow the doors off the
oh,
place.
now you're getting RPGs,
Well,
Yeah.
you could get it. You can get weapons.
rocket propelled grenades.
Yeah.
Well,
And I
power.
can't
Understand
push the
what
button.
RPG
I
stands
know
for.
where RPGs are.
Eddie, tell me you don't drive down the street every once in a while. It says U.S. Guard Armory. Like it says that all the time.
Right.
Like they tell you where the weapons are.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Well, it's get easier than find the button, you idiot.
Siri doesn't even know where it is.
I'm gonna
right.
first thing I'm gonna do.
Google,
I'm gonna
Google, where can I
I'm
get
gonna-
an RPG?
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna take down my tube top on D-Day.
First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna walk out my front door. I'm like, oh shit, it's Armageddon. I'm gonna rip off some shirts,
Right.
and then I'm gonna fucking kick you in the balls, and I'm gonna go, you full of shit, and then I'm gonna get to the Santa Monica Airport.
Steal a plane.
Steal a plane.
I might reverse bungee you out of a city.
If I was down to me, I would go total Punisher on some people. I would like.
Why do I feel like you have some just like
LAX, the LAX Gun Club. I've seen their armory. It's pretty decent.
Oh yeah,
We
I
go
would
in there.
load up with like bandoleros. I'd be like one of those stereotypes, and I would just find me some gangs.
Why
No,
did you?
'cause it makes
you
me angry,
seem
'cause
very
I-
educated, but suddenly you mixed your vocabulary. Find me.
I'd find me some gangs. That's what I'd do.
He's from Philly, Holmes.
I would,
sweet.
and because it makes me angry because I see like gang members hanging out in street corners and stuff as I drive through Los Angeles, and I know I can't do anything because I'm a pussy white guy and I'll never be able to do anything. But if I knew it was the end of time, I would just get strapped and I would just kind of
Fight crime.
I would fight crime. That's what I would do. I would absolutely fight crime.
Wouldn't
I'd
it
be
be
a crime
so
fighter.
much more fun to do it to casting directors though?
Oh, so many auditions.
I have more legitimate bits with them than I do the.
Yeah,
crime
You know, a lot
fighters.
of those gangbangers have to work jobs nowadays, dude. It's not so easy.
But they don't. It's at the end of the world.
La Brea and like what's
They're
La
fucking
Brea and
working
like
over at Whole
Pico,
Foods
that
now and shit.
that casting place,
Just take it out.
300 South La Brea. Oh,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
just destroy that place.
My girlfriend was in New York last weekend, and she was
Talk
with
about-
she was with a friend of hers from high school who happened to used to listen to this show, He used to listen, and before he even knew that she was dating me, and he listens to a lot of podcasts. And he said to her, she's like, "Oh, do you still listen to Eddie's show?" And he goes, "I listen to this show, and this show." He goes, "I listen to Rogan a lot." He goes, "I have trouble with Eddie's show because they never seem to be talking about anything."
No, nothing of relevance.
Let's talk about
speak
something.
from experience that was tonight. That's for sure.
Well, what is there to really talk about?
What does
It's all
Rogan talk
fucking
about?
Pointless.
Let's talk about what Rogan's talking about.
Oh, weed, mushrooms. We
That's
already
not
covered
what-
that
That's
topic.
not what he's talking about.
What is he talking about?
Rogan has amazing guests on that talk about interesting. We have an amazing
We're
guest
amazing.
here, Ralph, and we're ignoring him, and we're talking about.
Ralph's been running the whole show. What are you talking
Well,
about?
I don't know.
but
You
Ralph-
did do 20 minutes on your fucking camping trip. I know that. While I was sitting here like a fucking douchebag.
We're
Don't
doing
tell
that.
me I was running the fucking show.
We're doing
Sat
that
here like an
camping trip.
asshole while you guys made travel plans. Blow me.
Okay. You have Ralph. Let's fucking beat Rogan tonight, guys.
Too late. Rogan wins again.
Hey, is he gonna get that show on Sci-Fi? Question.
Are we
everything?
doing a podcast about what Rogan's doing right now?
We might get more listeners.
This is the opposite of what I thought we were going to
Rogan Talk. Welcome to Rogan
let's
Talk,
talk
everybody.
about every other podcast except for our own.
Did you hear Rogan was going to fight Wesley Snipes?
Shut up.
Yeah, that was supposed to be.
Is this end of the world shit?
Rogan and Wesley Snipes were supposed to fight.
Oh,
and they never did.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
I don't know whose fault it was. I would love to hear more about
Is
it.
this
but
like Donald Trump, Bill Maher?
Rogan, I think, called
this
out
Celebrity Deathmatch?
Wesley Snipes for a UFC fight, and he never. He just
Rogan
refuses.
would smash him.
You think so?
Plus,
Rogan's a
Snipes is
freak.
in prison. Maybe that's why he can't make it.
Snipes is in prison
Yeah.
because he tried to hide in China, but maybe he's learning some moves.
That's right.
No, he's been studying Shaolin forever.
Who?
Like,
Oh,
Shaolin.
Jesus.
This is your imaginary
no,
martial arts.
Wesley Snipes trains at the Shaolin Center in New York City. Like he's
in jail.
Jason,
No, but I mean that's where he used to train
I've
before.
seen you do Shaolin. You're
Nah.
like the Star Wars, the fat Star Wars kid in his garage. Nah. It's the same shit.
Oh, that video is good. Ralph, hang on a second here.
You guys let me know when you're done. I got a glass of Jack Daniels
Ralph,
and a
Come
fucking
on.
ticking
Jason.
time bomb in my head.
Jason does Shaolin.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah. And he thinks it's a real martial art.
You're hilarious. You pissed off 10,000 years of written history. You're a fucking
But
joke.
if that written history shows up at this door, they're gonna kick your ass.
I'm toasting you with microphone. For that line. That line was awesome. You kind of
Shaolin, isn't that just
I don't know what it
isn't that
means.
a
Chinese kung fu. It's the Shaolin Temple. That's where
right, it's monks.
that's where
it's a
Wing
monk,
Chun
right?
comes from, man.
Wang Chung comes from
Wing
there?
Chun.
I love that song.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Dude. Everybody
Buddy,
Wang Chung.
Chung,
Ralph,
right.
come on.
Everybody Shaolin tonight.
What's that song
I know
called?
the Shaolin monks, and they
Shaolin
practiced a form of martial arts. The
Shaolin
monks.
is actually means young forest, and it's actually the Buddhist temple. The land that was given to the Buddhists by the emperor was Shaolin.
Isn't that where kung fu practiced?
That's where it came
Is where
from.
cane
Bodhidharma.
came from?
Bodhidharma traveled from India, taught them I Ching Ching, and internal martial art came out of that. The Shaolin Temple.
You see that yawning over there?
That's everybody listening to our show.
That's what you do when you try to impress people.
He told me he's a black belt in Shaolin. Then I meet his Shaolin instructor, and I go, I'm going to party, and I go, oh, I hear you're Jason's Shaolin instructor. I go, so is he a black belt in Shaolin? He goes, we don't have belts.
We barely have a class.
Yeah, but see that was.
If you can be a black belt in something in the shape that you're in, Jason, I want to participate.
Dude,
I'm
it's
not in
the
that
Steven
bad of shape.
Seagal training right there.
That's the thing is you can be a fat fuck and still be a good martial artist.
That's what I'm
Can
saying.
we quote that? Can we put that somewhere?
You should open a school with that as the slogan
fat fuck
outside.
kung fu.
Hey, buddy. Hey, everyone.
Farside, who was Jay Moore's guest tonight that you had to go to his show instead of ours?
Dude, I don't remember.
Why'd you have to say dude?
You just came from there. How do you not remember?
Willie
Nelson.
Barcina?
Barcina, yeah.
He's funny.
It
Yeah,
was
he's
Willie
really
Garcina.
Is he going to hire you
what
for
a guess.
another podcast?
No,
Yes, I love
Did you
Willie
pitch
Barcina.
him on it?
no.
Does Jay let you do that? Like Eddie does? Eddie lets you pitch openly.
I did more stories once, and he actually talked to me.
Yeah,
it was really a lot of fun. It was a podcast where they spoke to me, and
This is a podcast where we bring up other podcasts.
We bring people to the house. They sit here and we ignore them.
We talk about camping.
You know when you hung out with like your friends, family, and they all fucking did their normal shit in front of you?
Yeah, I hated that.
Ralph,
I like it to be about me.
all right, Ralph, where would you go? You just turn on the radio because TV's done, just so you guys know. And it's like, hey, the end of the world's happening right now. You might want to fucking do something. What are you going to do?
I
he's
I
killed
told you that
gangs.
story.
He
I'm
said he's
killing
gonna go
gangs. I'm
punish
fighting
her.
crime.
He
You
wants
really
to
want to
kill-
fight crime
Yes.
right away?
Yes, it's the first thing I want to do.
You want to get it started early?
You're married. Don't you want to go
Don't you
maybe
wanna
get
have
a
an
little
arc?
extramarital affairs?
No. I do that on a daily
Your wife's
basis.
dead.
I don't need to do that at the end of the world.
Your wife's dead.
What?
Your wife's dead.
I gotta go. Something's wrong at my house.
No. End of the world. Your wife's probably okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling him fighting crime.
All right. Right away.
What do
I'm
you
not
really
moving
wants
off
to
of
do?
it.
He wants
I'm not
to-
going to grab
Yeah, but
boobies like a
everybody-
12-year-old
Aw.
kid.
Every-
I'm going to go out there and fight crime. I'm going to take out the bad guys.
Everybody's fighting crime, though.
Really?
he's killing
Then I'll be like,
minorities.
I'll be part of the Justice League.
No,
It'll
I
be
mean
awesome.
everybody's committing crime.
Well, then I'll fucking take everybody out.
So then
Then
it's
you're
just
gonna have to go with Jason and get the button.
I'll be the guy keeping order as we all go
See,
down.
if we
circling the
work
drain.
together, we could probably find the button. You got a monster truck with RPGs. I bet we could get into the White
grabbing
House.
boobies. I'm well strapped. I got all kinds of firearms.
We're a fucking regular A team.
We are.
I like that Eddie's already starting leadership in the new world with criminals. I think that's going to work.
I do too.
Oh yeah.
I think you are biting off more than you can chew.
It's very possible.
No, every new world starts with the criminals.
And Jason, I think you're
Take a look
moron.
at our fucking world.
I don't know where you're going to find the button. You're just going to be searching for it. And you're going to run across people, and they'll be like, we're going to start an army. You want to come with us? And I'm going to find a button.
Looking for the button.
This is gonna be like you with every girl you've ever been with.
Where's the button? Where's the button?
And I'll be like, I'm fucking ripping some tits right now. I'm going crazy.
I
I've seen
think-
so many tits.
I think that Lachlan will be the most successful of all of
I
us.
agree.
I totally am going to make
His
some...
He'll become a legend.
Girls are going to show me their tits,
You know,
and they're
there's
going to
this-
get upset for a second, but then it'll be like, everyone I know is dead. This isn't a big deal.
Whatever culture is left behind, we'll be talking
Farside,
about
what would
the
you-
legend of the tit ripper, and we'll all be reading about it.
I'm
someday.
worried. The person I'm most scared of is Ralph. Because
You
Ralph
should be.
is just picking people off.
No,
left
you're
and
white.
No,
You're
but
okay.
I'm taking
I
bad
will.
guys.
I will
He's
be.
not going after any white people.
I'm taking
we
taking
know
some
that.
white people out too.
Yeah.
Ralph,
Start
just-
with the Shaolin masters. They're going down.
I was upstairs before the show, and I heard Jason have a conversation with Ernie about Mexicans acting like because Ernie was Mexican, he should be able to answer for all Mexicans to Jason when Jason was telling him about the Mexicans he works with. Ernie
They
is
expect it out of me all the time.
he's more American than you.
Who do you speak for? I stumped him. I think.
How can you tell a Mexican woman's pregnant?
I don't know, Lachlan. How can you?
Trust me, she is. I'll be at Riddler's. I don't know. Is that a place?
Going to the Riddlers? Gotham City's criminals have started some comedy clubs.
Farzad, where would you be?
Oh, I'd be with Ralph. I'd be documenting everything.
Really?
You're going to document
To
my
show-
crime fighting?
Yes.
For what?
You're not
For
going to
what-
have time
what
to
everything-
edit, you fucking idiot.
For the aliens?
Before
Film
the new
everything,
civilization,
edit
there
later.
needs
What
to
a
be anarchy.
passive sidekick you are. You're like the worst Robin ever to my Batman. You're just going to sidekick.
He looks
you're just
more
gonna,
like-
You're just going to document shit.
I'm not a sidekick. I'm pushing people into you, trying to create conflict.
He looks more like a Little John
he's a
to your Robin Hood.
he's a reality show producer.
I love how we always say he's the Robin Hood.
I'm just looking for a job in the end of the world. That's all.
Yeah.
So
Just
always
a squirrel
pushing
looking
that.
for a nut.
I really don't know
Oh,
what I'd do.
you're mad at me because I had to do my job first. But when we were setting up the camping trip, you were like, "Hey man, you got to give me a couple days notice so I can ask for work off, or
Yeah,
else I
it's called
can't
planning
do it."
ahead. I wasn't late. I wasn't going to be
And
late.
Jason, by the way, do me a favor. Don't send a mass email to everyone that says, "Hey, I need show funds to buy the drugs." Probably not smart to send over email.
Coffee's a drug.
Oh my God.
Hey, Talkin Shit fans, I'm going to talk to you about one of our newest sponsors, Squarespace. Squarespace. They're an all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create a professional website, a blog, a portfolio, and now,
Everything you need.
most importantly, an online store.
Oh.
Squarespace. Squarespace.com.
Introduces a new
www?
commerce solution that allows you to instantly create a store and start selling products. Squarespace Commerce provides a powerful and flexible e-commerce solution. And you guys are all like, what's that? Just go to squarespace.com.
Squarespace.
Squarespace.
It's
I'm
integrated to work with every Squarespace template. A lot of you web guys know about that, allowing sales for both physical and digital goods. For example, you can sell music CDs, MP3s, hardcover books, or ebooks.
Squarespace.
Has a fast merchant account set up so that you can accept payments right away via credit or debit cards. It's got a single interface or order management, tracking orders, providing customer email updates, print shipping labels, adding coupons. Squarespace Commerce is included with a business plan subscription, which starts at $24 a month. I'm going to say that again.
Squarespace.
The business plan subscription is only $24 a month
Prematurely
when you
squared
sign
up.
up for a year. For a free trial and 10% off your first purchase on new accounts, all you got to do is go to squarespace.com. Squarespace.com/Eddie.
Eddie.
Yeah. And use our code HITS3. That's hits and the number 3, or go to fakemustache.com, click on the Squarespace banner.
Squarespace.
In the Talkin's Hit with Eddie Ifft page.
Talking shit.
Hits.
Talking
hits.
Yes.
Oh, that's confusing.
Squarespace.
Squarespace.
It's everything you need to create an exceptional website.
You said that.
Why? Why are you still alive? You're like bacteria.
How did you survive?
You're like a cockroach.
That's why. Do you think? Honestly, that's interesting. I think.
He's fucking shit faced, dude.
I think at the end of the world, Jason's the one who's still around, like a cockroach.
He scurries out of the rubble.
We're all dead because
Looking
we're all
for the
trying to
button.
fight crime, grab some tits,
Get
grab
a
a monster
monster
truck, and Jason's like, "I've been under the house for the last month."
Looking for the button. It's not there.
My monster truck will be good. Ralph, you could get on my monster truck and do drive-bys.
I would love to use your monster truck as some sort of Batmobile for my fight against crime.
Because it
Monster
would
truck.
be, the monster truck would probably in an Armageddon situation probably be the best vehicle.
for sure.
By
Because
far.
traffic jams.
For sure.
far.
You know, whenever you watch those movies, they're always lined up on highways. You'd just be going out of your car.
Monster truck would be good.
I don't think
Plenty.
I've ever seen that in one of those Armageddon movies.
Is a monster
Yes,
truck.
That scene, Michael Bay,
Zombieland,
take notice.
Because they always film in D.C. They don't film in Alabama where the monster truck.
Zombieland, dude.
Plenty of places on a monster truck to put GoPros and get some footage. So
Again, with the
it's a
documentation.
perfect situation. that's all.
Andrew will be in the back documenting. I'll be in the back, and you got.
No, you're
I'll
not.
roll
No,
with
you're
you,
not. No, you're not. We're strapping you to the bumper
dude. I want.
so that you can grab.
All right,
tits
as
as
long as my
possible as we
hands
go
are
by.
free. As long as my hands are free.
What was the movie idea I had the other day that I said and everybody said, "Shut up, you should make that." Here's what it was. We were surfing. I was with Colin and Shane, who's fucking not here, and I said, "I want to make a movie about a shark that rapes a dolphin, and then the offspring are they're these creatures that have the tenacity of a shark but the brain of a dolphin."
Shalfins.
No, the dolphark.
The Dolphark.
Dolphin.
No.
He said that like it was such an
I have an
epiphany.
idea. I got a great title for it. The Dolphin.
All right. Doll shark. All right.
Dolphark.
Dolphark.
Think about it. The dolphark.
Listen,
honestly,
of everyone here, I'm the only one that I know of that actually starred in the film Sharktopus. So I have.
Did you star in Sharktopus,
I have a
dude?
little expertise in this area.
Were you really?
Dude, seriously, Ralph, were you in that movie? I'll watch it.
I was in Sharktopus.
Sharktopus?
Please explain
I watched
Sharktopus.
this movie.
You haven't watched Sharktopus.
I swear to God, I've watched this movie.
Well, then you would remember me.
He's Canadian.
as-
What do you think?
I remember the scene when the girl is on the beach and they're making out, and the Sharktopus grabs her and pulls her into the water.
Yes.
So there's a movie like My Dolphark,
Yeah.
but it's a shark
It's
and
a-
an
Oh, dude.
octopus.
It's
There's-
half shark, half octopus, all monster is
Yeah.
the tagline for Sharktopus.
There's more, but
And
yeah.
do you remember the DJ who was broadcasting of the pirate radio station
Dude,
on the
I
boat?
watched
off
it
the
while I was
coast?
high, drifting into worlds.
Well, I play Captain Jack, the renegade DJ who's broadcasting in his ship off the coast with the smoking hot bikini-clad.
It's free on
engineer.
Netflix.
so much better than
Yes.
King of California.
Is it? I like the King of California, but I'm going to watch this again just to see you.
And I'm saying, I think Dolphark has a future. I think if
I feel like I
Sharktopus
just
is a
stole the
Dolphark-
idea.
No,
Is
because it was a shark. This is the
Oh.
theme song.
Sharktopus?
That's the theme song to Sharktopus. For a minute there, I thought they were strafing us with bullets.
What was the budget on this? $40?
I actually went to their studio. I actually auditioned for one of their movies.
It was a Roger Corman production.
Oh, like Roger Corman
The
from
legendary Roger Corman, who did
the
all
Carol Burnett
those
shows and.
Carol Burnett shows?
Wasn't Roger Corman on the Carol Burnett show?
No, Harvey Corman
Harvey
was on
Korman.
the Carol Burnett show.
Who's Roger
Roger Corman is the king of the B movies.
Yeah, all the car chase movies in the 70s.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
He had a studio in Venice over where the fucking...
His studio,
Binocular
Little Shop
building
of Horrors. I mean, this guy did every
okay.
bad B movie from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. He's a legend.
Wait,
He gave Jack Nicholson his first jobs, Martin Scorsese, all like these guys who came up in the 70s would work with this guy because he would make these just shitty, low-budget
Grindhouse
films that always made huge
So
profits.
how did you get? Did you audition, or was it they just came and got you?
I heard about the premise and the title of the movie called Sharktopus, and I said, if I do nothing else in my career, I need to have Sharktopus on my resume. And I went on the air on the radio show.
Resume credit.
And I just started promoting myself for needing to be in a film called Sharktopus. Sight unseen. I didn't care what it was about.
It's better than
needed to
Tonight
be in
Show.
something. I needed to be able to say I
Better
could
than-
be in Sharktopus.
Dude, it's better than doing fucking pie.
Anything.
It's doing anything.
And I promoted myself so hard that eventually they appreciated all the free publicity I was
That's
giving
how
them.
you get- that's how
And
you get
they
on
threw me-
Sharktopus.
They threw me a roll at
Energy.
Sharktopus. Yeah.
Sharktopus.
Sheer tenacity.
Sharktopus. I have to watch this now. I cannot wait.
So I will be
terrible,
in
but it's funny.
Dolphark. I'm telling you right now, I will be in a role in Dolphark. I will make it.
All right, I'm making Dolphark.
You know,
I like Dolphark.
Whenever I am in the water and I see a dolphin, and I'm like, "Is that a shark
I always
or a
think it's a shark.
dolphin?" The two definitely mix together, and I'm like, "What if it's like just an angry dolphin?"
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a dolphark.
Well, I always think the sharks that attack people are just sociopathic sharks, or they're retarded. You know, like they just don't know.
Or they're
And
just
like,
fish that don't have a good sense of smell.
right? And they just go,
And you look like
oh, wrong thing. And everybody's like, oh, they didn't mean to do that. Yeah, they're retarded.
Yeah.
You know, like him.
See, Jace.
Jason's going up the
Jason.
stairs to take a piss.
Dolphark.
All right,
I'm making
look at the
that
time.
movie.
I have to go home. I have to
I
get up early and do a morning radio.
I
show.
know. He's got it. He's on the air at 6 a.m.
There's a 6 a.m.
6 a.m. I'm on the air at 5 a.m.
Are
Son.
you really?
Are you really? What do you
I'm
do?
up at 4. I'm in the studio by 5.
You guys start at 5.
5:30 we go live.
When was the
okay.
last time you saw your wife in light? Like in bright light?
Earlier today. I reserve half an hour every day to look at her in a strong, bright light, just
Good.
so I can give her an inspection and make sure there's no moles that are misshapen, there's no
Yeah.
precancerous
You guys just
melanomas
do a
or
full
anything.
naked mole map?
I do a whole thing. I just check her out to make sure everything's
Yep.
functional.
Hear you.
How
And
many
then
hours
I
of sleep do you
throw
get
her
a night?
back in the tank.
How many hours?
On the average, I get 5 or 6.
And then do you take a nap?
Yeah, I'm a big napper.
Yeah, I would say
Midday.
you have to.
I have
That's
a
what I
3-year-old daughter at home. When she goes down, I go down.
Yeah.
And I mean that nap-wise, not anything perverse.
Yeah, I did that too when I was doing not go down on your daughter.
Yeah.
When I did radio, I had to sleep a nap in the afternoon.
It's brutal. It's a brutal fucking schedule. And every morning I wake up, I cry a little bit when the alarm goes off, and it makes me very, very bitter. And people say, "Oh, I listen to the morning show, and you're really kind of a dick, but you seem nice now." It's like, yes, because it's night now, and I'm awake, and I've had a cocktail, and I'm a happy person. But I'm never happy in the morning.
I met Howard Stern, and I said to him once, I was doing radio at the time, and I said, "Hey, how do you do it for all these years?" He goes, "I go, when does it start getting easy?" He goes, "It never does. It's
I've
terrible.
never heard anybody who gets used to the schedule.
It's not normal.
No, it's taken years off my life, and it's miserable. But my wife will be a very rich widow, so.
And the
Get
world
in,
comes
Rosie.
and you're fighting crime. Are you assuming your daughter's dead? Or are you going to take her with you, like The Road? You ever watch that movie?
She's gonna be like Hit Girl to my Kick-Ass. I'm gonna
you're
train her and put her in a costume.
Like Master Blaster, maybe, from Beyond Thunderdome?
Don't. Jason
gonna-
will do his impression of it. Ralph, before you leave, have you ever seen King of California?
I've never seen King of California. No.
It's Jason's only movie credit. He had 5 lines, apparently. They cut him out of all of them. And all he does now is look at the camera.
I'm going to let Jason put on his microphone to respond.
How long are you gonna wait?
Dramatic.
Jason, just answer.
What's the question?
King of California. I'm not familiar with this film. Can you
Michael
give me a little
Douglas.
backstory?
Michael Douglas, Evan Rachel Wood.
Oh, okay.
Michael Douglas was in a mental institution after having a breakdown. Evan Rachel Wood's a girl that raised herself. Her mom died or something.
Mhm.
Disappointed in her dad.
They're both in a mental institution. These two.
No, she's like a teenager that lives at home alone.
I watched the movie. What part were you in?
I was the Costco employee that loaded the dishwasher into the back of the car.
I
It had
remember
all
the Costco.
gold.
The Costco had the gold mine.
Yeah.
The treasure.
Yeah, I was the guy that loaded it up for her.
I'll have to look at it again and remember.
You had 5 lines, right?
It's SAG under 5 and under. So I actually
So
had
you had less than
I had like
5.
3 or 4 lines or something like that. But like,
What were your lines?
it's a lot heavier than it looks.
That's a line.
I was fat
what
back
are the
then, so,
letters
like-
that go with that beginning? GRRH.
What?
What's all that
Sound
sound?
like Larry Flint trying to get out
He
of the
asked you what you
wheelchair.
said.
No. If you look at the clip, I'm like 320 pounds in that.
As opposed
in
to
that
the
scene.
svelte 275.
No, I'm like 230 right now. Come on, that hurt me.
And so they cut out all your lines.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they wanted to make the.
they wanted a brisker pace in the edit.
And
Yeah.
you were just incapable of giving them that.
You also,
I got one pace.
He
slovenly.
he delivered every line to the camera.
Let's get the shopping cart. Can we shoot the shopping cart?
Exactly. Yeah.
Who the
Get some
fuck?
B-roll.
That's not getting you.
No, they did do that. They fucking had me walk down the fucking parking lot like 3 times with a shopping cart.
But you're going back to acting, right?
I think you got punked.
If I get a scooter,
What do you mean?
well, then I can get around to
Audition?
yeah.
Because there's 3
Like
things.
one of those little scooters like that invalid old
Fucking
people
55
use.
miles an hour. No, they're the Chinese scooters.
Oh,
They're
like
really,
a Vespa kind of thing?
Yeah, they're really
Oh.
popular on the west side now.
I just imagine a little rascal. Like I see the old people in the supermarket going around with a
Welcome
little
to
cart.
I'll buy you. I'll buy you. I will spend money and buy you a high-powered rascal if you'll ride it.
No. Like,
I promise.
how
you,
fast does it go?
A monster rascal.
I will. Yeah, I will buy you.
You ride him on the sidewalk.
Giant big wheel high clearance
No,
monster
no.
rascal.
I'll buy you a rascal. I guarantee there's a fan out there that'll help me make it that goes like 35.
No, I want to
There's
be
no-
able to.
they
Take
don't
off
go
the
35.
governor, man, and just go.
They only go like 15.
No, we're gonna soup this fucker
Soup it
up.
up.
What
Turbocharge
about
Yeah.
a golf cart?
Nope, rascal.
I want a scooter.
Whatever.
Look,
There
there
it
it is.
I want
How fast
Yeah,
does it
that's
go?
it. We're going to supercharge that
Oh,
baby.
yeah, MSG has one of those. They're okay. They're like 18 miles an
No,
hour.
see if we
Madison
can
Square
get one.
Garden?
Far side. See if you can find one that goes at least. If I get you one that goes at least 35.
No, I
Turbo
want to. I
boost.
want to be able to really like do shit.
So how fast? How fast is
I'll ride the rascal to the show and back from where.
No,
that's
no.
how I'll make a grand rascally entrance
How,
to the Talking Shit program at the Rape Cottage.
I'm not spending money for that. I'm spending money for you to make a mockery of yourself all the time.
Well, I'm really not interested.
You know, if
Oh,
you
well,
do
this show for the
if-
last 3 years.
I
if
know.
you do get
It's
him a
fun.
regular scooter, he'll probably.
How fast?
Here's one going 40.
Look at that. Come on. That's a pretty good pace right
Go ahead, camouflage.
Share that. You got to share that link.
We just
too.
watched
Yeah.
a video of a guy going 40 in a rascal.
there. It's coming. It's coming.
There's a guy who drives around the Smart and Final parking lot cleaning cleaning headlights, cleaning that gunk off headlights from the seawater.
Yeah.
That's his job. He walks around. He rascals around. And he's like, "Hey, clean your headlights," and that's what he does for a living. We could
What is Smart and Final?
It's a restaurant supply.
where you
store.
go to save time and money and shop like a
You've
pro.
never been to a Smart and Final?
Never been to Smart and Final.
Oh, dude.
It's really the best dollar.
I think
Oh,
getting
it's better than the dollar store?
yeah,
you get
because
things that are like sort of bulky. It's not as bulky as Costco, but it's like
It predates the Costco thing.
Oh, okay.
It used to be called Price Club or something like that, wasn't it? Or was it always Smart and Final?
it's more for it's professional grade.
yeah,
food.
restaurants go there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
restaurant food.
All right. Since Ralph has to go soon, I just need to tell you, I drank a lot this weekend. I was doing shows in Sun Valley, Idaho, and that's Cowboy Land. They're fucking
Roosters.
No, that's Sunnyvale.
Oh, no,
I was in Sun Valley.
Boilermaker.
Yeah, Boiler Room. But,
Boiler Room.
But they moved it to the Duchin Room. And so I'm out there, and a friend of mine from high school, one of his cousins, comes to my show, and he's like, I'm his cousin, and he's a real cowboy. Like, went on a rodeo scholarship. And
a rodeo scholarship.
yeah, and we're hanging out, and he got so shit-faced, he went home, and I went home, and then the morning we caught up, and I went back to his place, and they showed me where he was shooting the gun that night. Like, they were like, come back, we're going to have more drinks at our house. And I was like, no, I think I should go home.
Good
You
move.
missed
think I
out on the gunplay.
They were shooting guns with silencers on them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, they got neighbors.
They had silencers.
Yeah, you want to keep it
that
down.
You've got to have like serious paperwork to get silencers. Like
Or
California,
just
you can't have a
make one.
silencer. Yeah, but they were shooting them in really terrifying places, and I'm like,
awesome.
I am so glad I went home because I'm so anti-gun. put 2 drinks in me, I'll fucking run around like Scarface.
Oh yeah.
You're anti-gun for your own best interest.
But once I lose, alcohol makes me lose all my fears. Like when they beer boarded me,
why
I could care
alcohol's
less.
awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
But
all
The reason
right.
we drink it.
But that's why I've had to stop a lot because I've almost died a million times.
Pussy.
Yeah,
He, as a crime fighter, you're not gonna have to worry about Eddie.
No,
I
I'm
won't.
driving. I'm driving. He's got the RPG.
That's right. He's going to be on the behind the wheel of the monster truck.
And for crime, you're talking about like capital crimes, right?
Like bad
Not like-
crimes.
not
tearing
just
shirts
being
off
the wrong
women.
color is a crime.
I'm getting you a monster
not a
rascal
crime. No,
to
it'd be-
follow us.
I'm talking about murderers, rapists,
Now-
pedophiles.
now
I'm
does-
talking about
Brown people.
Does-
no, they're not brown. They're any color. Why are you trying to paint me a racist, sir? I won't stand for it. I won't stand for
How
it.
can you tell Mexican?
Because I just think
But you won't
I
be
love
punishing.
this dog. I love this dog. By
You
the
won't
way.
be
You
punishing.
can take it.
yeah.
She's adorable.
Thanks for coming to Talking Shit.
Thanks for having me. It's been a long time coming. We finally done it, and now everyone regrets it.
No.
No, we had a great time. It was
Our
very
listen-
fun.
I hope the
I feel
listeners had a good
enriched.
time.
Wait till you see. We'll get like pictures. Somebody will have like a picture of us all in a monster truck together.
Follow me at Ralph Garman on Twitter, and
I use Garmin.
no, it's not the
I follow Garmin every day.
not the
Navigation.
GPS
Oh.
system. It's a Garmin Garman. Ralph
Oh,
Garman.
Garmin.
No,
Garmin.
don't just Garmin.
And where can we watch the TV show? Is
A
it
Joe Schmo show, I think, is on Hulu.
was it was
still
the
available
what was the
there?
network that was doing Spike?
It was on Spike TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you may be able to watch.
Spike might have Spike TV. It might have it.
And
You
the
might
movie
have,
is and the movie's called
Sharktopus.
Sharktopus.
Yeah.
And fecal urea
And fecal
is
urea.
when poo
My
leaks
new
out
band,
your dick.
Fecal Urea. We're playing the Trube this weekend, so come see us.
Was there a James Bond Sharktopus?
I was gonna say that's
Octopussy.
yeah. He knows it was Octopussy. He's not an idiot.
Yeah,
Jason's
I am kind
an
of.
idiot.
Yeah, Jason's the idiot.
Huh?
Anyway,
Right,
Well,
we went
this
out with
is
a whimper
really,
instead
this
of a
is
bang.
really died
Lachlan,
down
you
on
did
it.
that. Lachlan did that one.
I-
It wasn't me.
Jason,
You got that magazine out of Eddie's bathroom. That's poo covered.
my girlfriend has books in the bathroom, and that's just how constipated do you have to be to get through a book while you're
We
on
don't have
it?
to read it all at once.
Yeah, it's Ernest Hemingway's Farewell to Arms.
It's not good for you. It
Dude,
gives you hemorrhoids.
I can't even load a page and I'm done shitting.
I play Words with Friends on the toilet.
I watch porn and jerk off into the toilet.
Oh, your penis hits the toilet seat.
I waited
Not
too
when
long
it's
to
that
leave.
small.
That was my error. That's my bad. I should have left about 8 minutes ago.
I feel better dropping a load on a load. Like,
And good night, everybody.
Ralph
Thanks,
Garman,
thanks-
ladies
thanks for
and
coming
gentlemen.
by. Appreciate it.
thank you.
At
Check out
Ralph
Ralph's show,
Garman.
Hollywood Babble-On. Check him out on the Kevin and Bean show at Ralph Garman and Lachlan Patterson. Any dates, Ralph? Or I mean, Lachlan?
I'll be in Alaska next month.
Are you going to Chillicoot Charlie's or whatever?
No, I'm gonna do the Fairbanks run, which is a lot of fun. I'll be in Fairbanks at like 5 different venues over a week.
I did Fairbanks once and it was terrifying.
I like it better than Anchorage. Anchorage, I had to go Chilcoot's Charlie's in Anchorage. You have to go through a metal detector to get in, and I go, "What the hell do we need a
Because
metal
everyone with
detector?"
their guns.
They have
Harpoons?
Bloods and they have
Harpoons?
Bloods and Crips
Oh, yeah.
in Anchorage.
What?
They have
Oh, yeah.
gang violence.
Dude, since the 80s.
You can't get,
Oh, sorry, Jason. I didn't
Come
know you were
on,
in
yo.
I'm sorry.
can't get away from it. That's why at the end of the world, I'm gonna be up there fucking taking people out, man. That's why I'll be fighting crime.
My
in
monster
Anchorage.
truck will
See
get
you at
us
Santa
there.
Monica Airport.
And we
some
won't even
booby
have,
girls.
We won't have to worry about gas mileage because we'll be stealing all our gas.
That's right.
Honestly, I think we can all pretty much meet each other right as it starts. Maybe let's just see some tits.
You know, there's a chance this could happen. Really, it could.
All
Like
right.
we could live during the time the end of the world.
Then this
and
is
I
a
am,
plan.
I am going to call you guys and be like, "Look, nobody else had a plan.
Let's do it.
I'll be like, you
Not
got it
saying
from
we had
on.
a good one, but at least we had a plan."
It's going to take you a couple of days to find a monster truck. And in those 2 days, I could probably achieve everything I wanted to after the
Booby-wise?
apocalypse.
Oh,
yeah.
you can achieve yours in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
My
I will-
monster truck. See, I'll find a monster truck like that, but the internet will be shut down. It'll be like gone. Won't
Why not
exist.
get a tank?
So
Since you're already going to get RPGs,
tanks are
get
slow.
a tank while you're there.
Slow. Farside, find out where I can get a monster truck right now, just so in case this happens.
Let's all wait.
Don't you remember when that
Well, he
dude was
types in-
driving
And
that
Farside-
tank?
I'm
Farside-
trying to close the show down.
Farside, find out where I can get some titties right now.
We know where you can get titties.
Everywhere.
Find out where the
Everywhere.
button is.
They're everywhere. Find out where the
Jason.
button
Farsight,
is.
no, I do want to know where I can get a monster truck if we have to steal one.
Specifically, Gravedigger, Bigfoot, or the one with
All
the
right, Ralph
arms.
has
You
to
need
get
to have
up for work.
a famous monster truck. It can't just be a monster truck.
I just think it would be more. I think people would respect that.
They'd get out of the way. We gotta have a flag in the back.
Gravedigger.
Yeah, we'll take down the American flag. And we'll put up like Che Guevara or something though.
And find the guy who does the voice for the monster truck commercials.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
He can sit in the.
You can have him.
We'll buy
ride
it. We'll buy it.
shotgun.
Where is it? Just find out where that is so that we know. How much?
How much?
16,000.
Well, we're not gonna buy it.
Why don't you buy me a monster truck so I can drive around
We're gonna murder somebody.
instead of a rascal?
You're getting a rascal.
Who's murdering?
What part of the world is that? Where?
What?
Toronto.
We're gonna have to go to Toronto.
go to fucking
By the
Canada.
time we get to Toronto,
Rockland.
Santa Monica
Jeez.
Airport is sort of more of a regional airport. It probably won't make it to Toronto. But we could touch down in like
this plane
Arizona.
sucks. Let's just podcast.
Change planes. Then head on to Canada.
We'll just podcast. till
Get
the
our
end of the
monster
world.
truck. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening to Talkin Shit. You guys, thanks Ralph Garman for coming. This was great to have you here.
Thanks for having me, boys.
And Lachlan, you just stumbled in. Thanks for stumbling in.
Thanks for having me. Even though Ralph, sorry if I crashed your.
No, it was a pleasure.
It was fun?
I appreciated it.
Thanks, buddy.
Fun to hear you. Want to molest women at the end of the world.
Lachlan just did the pee-pee touching gesture with the fucking microphone.
Shut up. Good night.
Ew.
Cheers.